Over the next 200 days, we'll build some of the wildest mansions you'll ever see. Starting from our very first home all the way to the legendary Outlaw Mansion, each property is crafted with insane attention to detail and completed with the best vehicles in the game. This is mansion building like you've never seen before, so let's get started. Okay, we're just minutes away from this place, if not seconds. I think we're here up on the left side. There we are. Check it out. We got a nice piece of land right here next to the train bridge, which is actually an awesome thing. Having a train go by your house is pretty cool because the train's a super fast train and it is quiet, so nothing to complain about there on noise. But we got all this land to build at. We're going to go ahead and sculpt out the mansion, grand driveway, everything else. And the reason we built it out here is because look at the view. It's kind of a good view. As you can see, you get the city over there with the port, and then to our right, we've got our beach house or waterfront house. So yeah, it's kind of like in the middle of everything, not too far to drive, and we got the interstate next to us. Now what's nice about having the interstate next to us is because I own a $1.5 million McLaren, and whenever we feel like driving on the highway, we'll just take our supercars over there, take it for a nice little spin. So that was the idea with having this mansion centrally located, so that's gonna make it awesome. Anyhow guys, I think it's time to build the new house. I'll see you up in construction mode. All right, first things first, clear the land. You guys know the drill. Let's get rid of all this old texture. I think this was actually an old farm field, but now we're converting it into a multi-million-dollar mansion. This is gonna be pretty awesome. The first of its kind out here. So all right, there we go. Looks clear. And then we always got to start with our house. Obviously we got to build off of the house for that, and we've got the new 4-bedroom 3-bath mansion. Look at this thing. Look at the garage too. The whole side is the garage. You guys have probably seen similar construction in some previous episodes, but we're bringing it on back and we're bringing it into Farming Simulator 25. So let's place it down. Looks good right there. We will have the back of the house facing towards the train bridge, so we won't have to really worry about it too much. And now we're going to build out the grand driveway. So what I had planned for this is something with a circle in the middle. We've got some new textures in FS25. For those that don't know, we're going to go ahead and build out this rock texture on the sides when we're complete, but we've also got this cool flagstone driveway, which is going to help us build out an awesome driveway. So let's go ahead and select this. Look at that. It actually blends pretty well with the color of the wood on the side of the house, and this is going to go all the way over to here. It's going to go a little bit to the left, as you can see, and it's going to make a circle somewhere around here, just like that, before it continues to the front of our house. So the whole front of the house is going to have its own centerpiece right here. I think we'll put maybe a water fountain in the future. We got to import that. We're going to put a nice tree right there. Let's go with the fine details, just like that. There we go. Line it all up. There we go. Looks great. So it's kind of like a circle driveway, and then we're also going to connect it up to our garage. So that's going to go out to here, just like that. All right, perfect. All right, next things up, we're going to add a golf course quality grass in the front lawn. Look at that. It's like perfectly cut, no problems, no dead grass. So we're gonna add that all up into the front lawn, and then we probably actually have to mow it only every couple weeks, but it is nice because we don't have overgrown front lawn. We don't have a messy looking house or anything. Look at that. It's like perfect, and it completes a luxury mansion well. So let's go ahead, let's add it all along the driveway. When we're done with this, guys, we'll move on to the decorations portion, which is probably my favorite part. So I'll see you guys then. All right, front lawn is back in order here. It looks great. Actually, we're gonna fix up one more thing. Our forest view back here. We'll clean this all up. That way we got a good surrounding area right through there. Looks good. So everything's perfect now. It's time to get into the details. Let's check out what fences we've got. We need to have a gated house because we're gonna have some supercars here, some other expensive things. So we need to have a nice house for it. Let's see. Nice gate. I'd have to say this is actually a pretty nice fence, being low key, and it's actually a pretty good size. So we're gonna place it down right in the front, right through here. There we go. You got ourselves a gate, and then now we can surround the property and secure it. So I think the best way to do it is we'll go up through here, and our property line probably goes to about there. Looks good. And we have all of this backyard space. Check this out. If we want to build in a luxury shop or something cool, we can do that. And then let's go all the way to the street. Look at that. Looks great. Now the next thing we're gonna do, guys, is we've got actually this fence pack, but it is some shrubs. So how we got that is we can change the different sizes with this. What I'm gonna do is the smallest size is gonna be the centerpiece of the driveway. This is our circle driveway where we can park cars, or where our guests can park cars, just like that. That looks super nice right there. And then also on the sides of the house, we're gonna add that right along here. We'll do a medium-sized one. Looks great right there. And then let's check out the front. I don't want to add it right there. That'd probably be okay. We're also gonna do a little small one next to the fence here. This is pretty nice. Complements it well, just like that. Okay, I like how that all turned out. Now, guys, we're gonna move on to the actual decorations. Step one, we need a dog. We're gonna place a dog house right in the front yard, right there. Okay, we got a golden retriever, and we're on to the decorations. So we actually got a few different things to check out here. Look at this. We got a nice little bench. It's actually pretty cool. We can maybe place this in the backyard yard somewhere right about there. Or we can place 2 of them down like that, little seating area, and then around the fire pit. Actually got an even better one for that just right there. But these ones are cool. I do know we have a fire pit. We have a grill already. We don't need that. We actually got the fire pit right there. Looks good. We'll place that down. It's kind of close to the house, but it should be pretty well controlled, so nothing to worry about that. And finally, for the swimming pool. That is right. Of course, it's a mansion. We're going to need a nice swimming pool to go with the property. I'm thinking we're going to put it in the back area right through here next to the driveway. Looks good right there. Instead of having it towards the front yard, we're going to connect a little road with our flagstone texture and connect it up. And it's actually a pretty cool swimming pool. Let's see. Right through here looks good. We'll actually do a full driveway connection just like that, and then around the pool. So we get a little walk path right through here. Looks good. Nice pool. You get 1, 2, 3 chairs. Oh, you actually get a floaty that comes with it too. Okay. Pretty nice there. And then let's finish it out right there. Looks good. We got ourselves a luxury swimming pool. Actually, might as well connect it like that. That looks good. Finally, we can move on to the trees. That's actually a pretty cool category because you can get fancy with it. We need to have a little bit of privacy from the main road. As you can see, the whole entire house and pool is exposed. So let's add some nice trees. I really like these ones. These ones are cool. Let's see. These ones are even better. We got a few different better ones than that, though. I'm pretty sure. Yep, that one's good. It doesn't really matter. They are just trees. So let's place down some of these. 1, 2, and 3. That's all you need. And that blocked off the entire driveway just about. You can see through a little bit, but we can place down some smaller bushes that we do have. We're going to get fancy with that. This right here, we're going to put a little bit smaller tree so it doesn't block the driveway. Something like this. Looks good. And then we'll line up along the side right there. Looks good like that. Add a couple different ones, and that's our trees for the front area. Now we got the side of the house. We'll place down some even larger ones on the back portion right through here. Looks good. And it already looks a lot better. As you can see, adding trees to the property makes it feel better. We're going to put some smaller ones in the middle. I think we actually get some plants for that. All right, so let's find something to put in the center here. I know we had some decoration stuff. That would actually be pretty fun if we put a sailboat in the front yard. Oh my gosh, that would be a first. I don't think we're gonna do that, but we actually have some cool statues right there. Look at this. Okay, that's too small. You know what, boys? I think this might be the one. This is a little decoration boat, and it's actually good for Christmas. We got red and we got green. So there's our Christmas boat. Maybe we'll throw some Christmas lights on it and turn it on, and we'll see. But that's actually pretty funny. It's like a mini tugboat. That'll be our centerpiece for now. It's actually pretty cool. Here's the rest of the place. Looks good so far. All right, let's go ahead and check it out. I think the gate is the best part of the entire property. Let's open it up right through there. All right, and we got the grand driveway. A little bit of an incline too, as you can see. That is nice to have. We get the circle drive with our tugboat. Look at that. I like it. Whoa, McLaren's about to tip over here. And then we've got the pool, the grand pool. Look at that water. That is bright blue. Looks nice, and we have plenty of privacy there, and the trees actually do a great job of hiding it. So turned out pretty good, guys. We need to go say hello to our new dog. I think it's a golden retriever, maybe a lab. Let's see. Let's go food. Oh, there he is. What's his name? Tony. All right, it's little Tony. Hey, buddy, how are you? All right, let's try playing some fetch, and then we'll give a little house tour. Oh, okay, that was a bad throw, No, he's taking the ball. Okay, buddy, come back here. Where'd he go? I don't know where he went. I think he, oh, hey, get off the couch. Outside of the house, please. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, anyhow, guys, we're gonna go build out some more vehicles to complete this build. We need a truck to go along with it. I'm thinking a new GMC will be great for that, so let's go ahead over to the shop and we'll check it out, and maybe we'll pick up this guy a new vehicle. All right, and here's the new pickup truck, 2024 GMC Denali. Pretty nice interior. Check out the front. We got the badges all white too. Look at that, all color match, so worked out pretty good. This will be the truck around the house, and we're also gonna bring our PJ trailer on back that we did have when we picked up the McLaren. Let's head on over, guys. We gotta pull a U-turn. Look at the front. The lights on this thing are probably the best thing of the design. So anyhow, guys, we're gonna head on back to the house, get this thing parked up, and then check out the interior for those who have not seen the new house. Here we go. We made it back. I think we're gonna park the trailer somewhere. Where's a good spot for that? We actually have so much land. We can kind of just back it in somewhere on the front lawn. Oh, I think I got a right idea for that. Ready? Check this out. Go along the driveway, and then we'll back it in right alongside the house. Right here. Looks good. Don't take out the McLaren. There we go. All right, trailer's detached. Let's park these things up in the garage really quick. Plenty of space, as you guys know, in the new garage. This is like a 5-car garage if you want to make it that. It's like a double length one, so it's actually pretty nice. Park the McLaren. We'll park this thing in here until we travel back to our waterfront house if we want to go back there whenever we like. But slowly we're building up the house collection and the car collection, so it's pretty cool. And then we'll give you guys a little tour of the house house for those who have not seen it. Check it out. We got a nice living room. Look at the ceiling height. Pretty awesome. We'll turn the lights on for you. And then you got a nice sized kitchen, little patio door. Look at that. This is actually a pretty good view. If we want to have a fire there. Oh, Tony, what's up, buddy? All right, he's chilling out there. But yeah, we got some pretty cool rooms. I want to show you guys this. We got the stream room. Very cool. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to the channel. And then heading upstairs, there's some cool rooms. It's mainly just a few repeat bathrooms. Nice view overlooking the entire living room. And Tony down there, he's actually sitting. That's a first. He's acting like a good dog. Okay, anyhow, room 1, room 2, bathroom. Couple more bathrooms right through here. And another bathroom. Okay, that's the full tour for you guys. Well, here we are, boys. We are back, but we are in a new location because we got to build this place somewhere other than Riverbend Springs. So we're going to go head down the road a little bit. We got lots of land. As you guys can see, we've made it to Kruger, Mississippi. So it's actually a really nice Flatlands American map that just got released, and we're going to be able to build a nice house here. There's lots of trails up by the farm fields, and hey, maybe we'll get into some farming. So let's go jump in the truck and get heading out today. But if you guys end up enjoying today's video, help me out by hitting the like button down below. I'd appreciate it a ton. Okay, we should be ready to go, guys. We've got the GMC 2500. This is our camping hauler. And then we've got the Jayco camper. So we should be ready to go. We're going to be sleeping in the back of this thing until we get the house all built today. Let's be pretty exciting. So we're going to head down the road a little bit towards the right. And there is a nice piece of land that I did spot a couple days ago and kind of sparked the idea to build this new place. There's trails around it, and there's also lots of flatland fields. So if we want to do some farming like we said, we could maybe expand into a farm again. This diesel is a loud pickup truck, but we got a few more miles to go. And when we're pulling in, guys, I'll check in with you. Oh no, we should not be doing this. There we go. Get back on the other side. But we are pulling in to our new piece of land. I think it's up on the right side here. Yep, this should be the spot. Let's crank a right, and then we should be pulling up to the spot where we're going to build this place at. Oh, there we go. We're going to need to build a new custom driveway in for this. But yeah, we got a nice little grand entrance that leads us back to this field where it's nice and flat for us to build this new house on. It's actually pretty sweet. 3 bedrooms. I think it's 3 bathrooms. It's got a 3-car massive garage almost as big as the house. So here we go, right over the train tracks, and we've got this land right here on our right side. Quite the spot though. It's a little bit outside of the city, something we don't usually do, but like I said before, we've got all this land if we want to do some farming here. I think we're growing some sort of crop there, but we're going to be taking that out today in our construction process. But we got the train tracks behind us, so we don't want to build too close to that. I'm thinking we're going to build a little bit further this way, but everything out here looks awesome. Look at the fields just go on and on for miles before we can even see. All right, I think we're ready to get into construction mode, get building on this house, and make sure you guys stick around because we're going to be customizing some new lifted trucks today. So to be exciting, jump into construction. Okay, so we're not going to be going too crazy with this build. The house is ready to go. All we need to do is build in a nice driveway for our train tracks and everything else, and then we should be good on this house build. But let's clear out this crop. That's the first thing we got to do. There we go. Let's get to work on this place. So we're going to clear out all these old bushes. These are all going to be replaced with nice rock and everything. Everything right over here is going to look nice. We're going to make it pretty grand and have a nice country feel to it, but also it's a camping mansion theme, so we want to leave some of the trails in that stretch beyond the fields and everything. But right about there should be a good amount of distance. We are going to clear this all out eventually, so I'm going to get to work doing that, guys, and I'll check in with you when we're ready to place this house down and get building on the driveway. Okay, there you have it. We've got a nice flat land, all grass again. Now the next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to the rock texture, and then right along the train tracks. This is kind of something that we like to do. Gives a nice piece behind the property. That way it's not all a bunch of shrubs and everything, kind of leaving a mess. So we'll make it nice and clean, just like this through here, through this ramp, and then this is going to be all converted back to a driveway for our new house. But I think we're ready, guys. Let's switch over to the farmhouse and check out what we've got, boys. We've got the new and improved camping mansion. Check this out. Oh yeah, this thing is awesome. So like I said, 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, tons of amenities, and then we've got the 3-car shop. You could say it's bigger than a garage. This thing has got double overheads and then a single massive door, which we could probably store the camper in. We'll have to check that out. But let's place this down in a good direction. That way when the sun hits it, I think right about here should be good. We're a little bit further away from the train tracks, but I like how it looks right there. Now it's time to build in the grand driveway. We're going to be using the concrete texture for this one, so that looks good. Let's go ahead and fix that real quick. And the driveway is going to kind of start like this along the garages. and then it's going to connect up to our road somehow. We just got to make it perfect. As you can see, we're at a little bit of a slope problem. So let's go ahead and make this all straight again, just like that. Make a nice, easy driveway for our new property, and then, yeah, we'll get building on this. All right, so we get the driveway all pretty much ready to go. We just got to connect it up here, and then it'll be all set. And then we can get into the decorations of the property, but I think that looks pretty good. I like how it kind of curves in from the main road. We did go all the way concrete to the main road, so that works out good too. We won't have any mud issues or getting stuck, but I like how the driveway is designed just like this. We are not going to be adding any trees to this property, and the reason is because we got all this land here. We got pretty much all the privacy we need. We got trees along here, but we are going to add some cool decorations to the property that we feel fits the front yard. I think we got some cool stuff we can place down. First things first, we're going to need a power washer. That is important, so we'll place one of those down. $4,300 for one of those, and that'll keep all of our vehicles clean in the meantime. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add some solar panels. We're going to add 3 of them. This is going to power our entire property, all solar powered. So that's actually pretty nice. That's all we need. 3 mega solar powers. And then the next thing we're going to do is we need a dog. I don't know what the dog's name is, so comment down below what we should name our golden retriever. I think that's the type of dog. So if you guys got any suggestions down below, comment, and we might select it. But that looks good for the property, I think. We don't have any crazy more stuff to do other than some bushes here. So these are actually pretty nice. I like to place down these trees. So we're going to place a couple of them down in a little bit different order like that. And then let's do a few more. And then we can get fancy with our little bushes that we place in the front yard like that. Those actually look pretty cool. A little bit larger bushes than we usually go with, but we got a lot of different selections we can place around the side here. There we go. We got these taller ones. Oh, check this out. We got a little bit smaller ones we can place in the backyard right there. Looks good. And the house is complete. We don't have any more stuff we can add, but it looks good. A little bit of details of the bushes there. There's our dog. We still need a name, like you guys know, but I think we're ready for the house tour before we start building out some trucks here. So let's head into the front door. We are greeted by a nice welcome mat. We got a front porch, some seating areas. I think it actually wraps around, yep, all the way around the house. That's nice. Leads us to our backyard. So let's go give the grand tour here. All right, stepping in. First impressions. This is what I would think of if we were to build a camping mansion. We got a grand kitchen, nice island. All right, we can do the dishes here. It's like I'm not doing those. Then we've got some more rooms. Check this out. First one up, gaming room. All right, this is the spot we're hanging out the most probably. Dual monitors. They're playing Farm Sim 25. What a great game. And then we've got our computer here. Nice gaming chair. Looks good. So that's the first room up on your left. And then pretty sure this is the master bedroom. Look at this. Okay, so nice TV. Watching some TV on that. And then we got the window. What else we got? What is this? Oh, alarm clock. Okay, and then we're gonna move into the master bathroom. Check it out. Pretty nice. You got a full shower, bathtub. Yeah, pretty simple. And there's me. Looking good. All right, let's stand on the scale. How much we weigh? 500 pounds. Jesus. All right, let's go to the next room here. And we've got the closet. All right, so plenty of space in there. That's the tour for the full master side of everything. Kind of nice. Separates everything. You got your bedroom and the gaming room there, which we'll be staying at. We're gonna head across the hallway, and we've got a few more doors to check out. We got the bedroom 2. Looks nice. Pretty simple there. Nice radio station. Bathroom number 2. This is the master 2. All right. And then we've got bedroom 3 here with a fish tank. Look at that. Looks nice. All right. Very cool. Actually, I think there's a snowboard there too. That's cool. All right. Maybe we'll do some snowboarding. I know there's the old ski resort over in Goldcrest Valley, so maybe we need to pay a visit to that. But here's the laundry room. Another place we need to stay out of. As you can see, we're not going to be doing much laundry. Jeez. But looks nice. This is another door you can enter in from. You go over to the left side here. We get the backyard. Very cool part of the property. As you guys can see, comes with a jacuzzi. Look at that. It's actually pretty sweet. I always love when one of these properties have got this. So we're not going in yet. No swimsuit on, but we've got a grill, nice seating area. This is awesome. I kind of like this. And then we get the solar panels in the backyard, and then a nice seating area over here. So lots of space. This is the perfect camping mansion we're gonna ever need. And then the grand piece of it all, the shop. We've got plenty of space to store everything. Look at this, guys. We could store, I'm pretty sure the camper, we're gonna have to check it out and see if it fits in here. But all the trucks and all the cars we're gonna need, we're gonna be able to store in here. And then also, I like the wood doors. They got like custom wood on top, as you can see, so that looks nice as well. Check this out. Custom dog house. Nope, we don't need the power washer. There we go. Feed our dog. No name. That's what we'll call him for now. Top comment gets the name. All right, looks good. So let's go grab the truck. We're gonna pull around and see if this camper fits, and then we're gonna head on over and customize out 2 more trucks, and then we're gonna customize out a off-road vehicle, 1 of those, and that should complete our camping mansion. So let's back this thing in. I'm pretty sure it should fit good, but it might be a little bit too big to fit in the shop, and we'll just keep it outside if that's the case. So looks good. Jayco camper. Back it in. Looks good straight back. If you guys are enjoying today's video so far, help me out and drop a thumbs up. That's how I can continue making more. But all right, I think we might actually be good here. About 5 feet. Look at that. I think that's almost perfect. Hold on. We might have to angle it a little bit, but I think this is going to work. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's like maybe a half an inch or something. All right, I got an idea, boys. Watch this. I've done this in my days before. Ready? We're going to back it in on an angle. And that's going to allow us to fit this thing in the shop, no problem. Look at that, boys. Right on the money. All right. That works out perfectly. We'll be able to keep the camper out of any inclement weather. And then we've also got some space to store some vehicles. So, works out great. We're going to take the truck into town. We need to go customize some more vehicles for this property to consider it complete. You know, we need some off-road vehicles because we're going to be going off-roading today. And then also a couple more trucks to complete a nice camping mansion, because it's not a mansion unless there's multiple vehicles here. So I'll see you guys. We'll customize some new vehicles in a few minutes. All right, first things up, we've got the Ford pickup truck. That's right, this is probably the first Ford we've used so far. This is an F350 2017 series, but we can customize this thing like crazy. It is not a Ram for whatever that says, but we can customize this. We're gonna put in deleted tune, so that's gonna give it a little bit more power there. So all right, let's do that. I should roll more coal as well, and then wheel setup. Check this out. You can do the JTX rims. We've got the stock ones. These are just the grappler ones, so upgraded tread on that. And then JTX Empires. Yeah, I don't really like those. And these don't look half bad. I kind of like the TIS rims, but I think you got to go big or go home for this one, boys. We're going JTX big spins. Next thing up, what we're going to do is we're going to customize the exhaust. We can actually customize it to have, there we go, the TSO exhaust tip. So that'll be good. Next thing's up, painted roof. Good. Attachments. We're going to need something to haul the camper if we ever want to take this thing out. So I think maybe just gooseneck will be good for this. Fuel tanks, no. And then we're going to pick our color here. So we got yellow. Never really done this on a truck before. It doesn't look bad, but it ain't great. We could just leave it like this, just a classic Ford F350 color. Or we could do blue like this. The blue looks clean. All right. We might be getting somewhere here, boys. Is this Ford blue? I think this is Ford American blue here, boys. This looks good. And then the last thing we can do is we can make these pieces red. That looks pretty cool. I like how that turned out. But if we're going to do it, we're going to do light blue. I think that looks the best. All right, let's go ahead and buy this thing. Get the first truck of 2, and then we'll customize our off-road vehicle. Here it is. It's the GMC pickup truck, 2024 edition, but we can lift this one. So it's not like the repo trucks. These things have got some customizations on it. So drag tune, I don't think we'll need that, but we will tune the engine there. Wheel setup, look at that. I like that. We get some mud boggers. We'll be able to take this thing off-roading as well. Looks good with the trim and everything. Grill's good. All right, we don't have to change too much stuff. I think we're almost ready to go. I love the stock look and everything. We don't need to paint match anything, but we do have exhaust options. We're gonna go with the standard TSO, or we could do the 10-inch. I think that's the best. That one right there. Yeah, that looks normal. Okay, looks good. Lighting, we're gonna leave that off, and then we're gonna add some trailer hitches on the back. Looks good. And then let's customize this one just to be this color, and then black out the lift. Okay, I think this GMC is ready to go. We get the first lifted GMC, lifted Ford, and now we're moving on to our off-road vehicle, which happens to be the Defender. That's right. There's no better vehicle than taking this thing on the trails. We can customize this though pretty crazy. We can do a tuned engine, wheel setup. Oh, okay, we don't want those. No BF Goodriches. I think we're gonna go with the stocks this time. We're gonna leave it like that. We're gonna do an exhaust aftermarket. Looks good. And then the last thing we do is some tint, trailer hitch, and then paint this thing. So we'll go red. Why not? We already got a blue vehicle. We got a white vehicle. Now we're gonna get a red, white, and blue. Okay, looks good for that. I like how it all turned out. There we go, 17,000. And we gotta go buy a trailer to haul this all back. This should get the job done. This is the PJ trailer. So we're gonna go chrome rims on this 40-footer. We should be able to haul maybe the Defender in a truck, but we'll just have to see when we get there. All right, we're hanging right here, boys. This is the pickup destination for everything. And look at that, all gated in. That way nothing got stolen, because these are some high-value trucks, boys. Let's pull in up to the right here. We're gonna leave this GMC here. We're gonna take the rest of it on back, but everything is looking sweet. Jeez. That's what I'm talking about. A little bit of an upgrade from our older GMC. So, okay, first things first, guys, we got the trailer. We got the GMC. Obviously, you got the Ford, and then we get the Defender. So everything's here. Looks good. Let's grab the keys and then get everything hooked up here. So we're gonna be jumping in the GMC. This thing's pretty cool. Got Duramax. It's a Denali HD. We're gonna jump in here. There we go. Oh yeah, interior's clean on this thing. All right, so we're gonna be using this to tow the PJ, and then the Ford and the Defender will be on the back. That's the game plan. Let's get hooked up and head out here. But this thing's got a nice tuner on it. I think it's the turbo diesel, the Duramax kicking in. So all right, let's jump in. We got the trailer hooked up. That was step one. I think we're gonna have to load up in the street here though. All right, threw the hazards on, but that looks good right there. First things first, we're gonna load up the Defender. Ford will be on the back here, but look at this thing. Pretty clean. We've had one of these so far, but this is a nice vehicle to go off-roading with. And you can also open the front windshield too if you want to kind of get some fresh air in, or if you're just cruising through the field. So there we go. First vehicle up on the trailer. Looks good. Let's go ahead and strap that down. And then now we got the Ford here. But I got to turn off the GMC because this thing sounds like a Super Hornet taking off, you know, a nice fighter jet. This thing is actually insane with the sound tune it's got on it. So let's go ahead, fire it up. Oh yeah, listen to that thing, boys. This thing is awesome. All right, wait till we get driving. It sounds like a spaceship taking off. Ready? Here we go. We're gonna take it down the road. Oh yeah, this thing sounds awesome. You can hear the turbo as you're accelerating. That's awesome. All right. And I do have to say, I'd say the suspension's as good as the sound. That's good to have. We got stars on the ceilings, boys. You know, we're balling, all right? Let's get this thing loaded up, head back to the new camping mansion, and then call it a day. Listen to this thing downshift. Oh my gosh. All right, there we go. Let's be careful loading this thing up. We don't want to break anything on it. It's a little bit more of a pavement princess than the other couple trucks. This thing doesn't have the off-road tires, so everything fits perfect on the trailer. Look at that. Almost wouldn't have fit if we had a little bit longer truck there, but looks good. Let's get the ramps up and get heading out here back towards the camping mansion, and I'll see you guys to unload. Hey, what's the hold up? We got a traffic jam here, boys. We're gonna go around them. Check this out. Don't try this at home, but we're almost back at the house up on the right side here, and then we can officially unload and go off-roading. I think we're gonna take the GMC off-road, as you can see, this thing's doing pretty good so far. There we go. Look at this thing, guys. This GMC's got a lot of power. We pulled this thing all the way back, no problems, which is good to see. And look at the suspension on that thing, just eating up a little bit of the bumps we've got. The driveway ain't perfect, so we're pulling back in finally. Let's check it out. Looks good over the train tracks. A little bit of bottoming out, but that's all we can do there. Let's back this thing in, and then we'll be heading off-road. All right, trailer's loose. Let's go check out the trails a little bit. I know we were over here when we saw the trail, so we're gonna head down this direction and kind of see what we can find. But lots of land for some farming, guys. Lots of opportunity out here. If you guys want to see us expand the mansion, the camping mansion, into a farm mansion, let me know by dropping a thumbs up down below, guys. This is actually an awesome map. Welcome back to Riverbend Springs. Today, we're going to be building the best snowmobiling mansion for our upcoming trip. We also customize some awesome snowmobiles and then head out and hit the trails before the big trip. Let's get into it. All right, guys, so welcome back. We've got the Ram TRX as our starter truck here, but we're going to build out some more stuff, something to help us on our new trip here. We're going snowmobiling like you guys know, but we need to build out all of our vehicles that we're going to use on this trip. And we've got some pretty insane ones in store for you today. We've got a tracked F350 with a track trailer. It gets pretty insane. We've arrived to the shop, but let's customize some vehicles. All right, so here it is, the F350. It's a 2024 tracked edition. It's got a custom work bed. Everything on this thing screams insane. And we're gonna build one of these out to tow our setup with the snowmobiles in the back, and then we're also gonna need some sort of gator to plow some snow before we build in the new snowmobile mansion. It is actually a cabin, so technically it's a mix of everything. A mansion, a cabin, it's everything all on one. So it's pretty sweet. First things first, we're gonna add just a standard exhaust tip like that. Looks pretty good. And then the bed setup, we're gonna add, we don't need any tires on the back. We need some attachments though. We need the gooseneck, and then we get a trailer hitch there. Mirrors, we're gonna go ahead, leave them like that. Door handles, we'll do color match. The front badge, we can customize that Ford blue. All right, I like that. Check out the front bumper. We get some options if we want to do that, but I kind of like just leave it stock like this. We can add a valance guard right there. Couple of antennas. Those are nice because we're gonna be going heading out into the trails, which are pretty far away from the city. So that way we get some extra clearance for the radio if we need some signal. And then we got some lights. That is a go light, they call it. Yeah, we don't need one of those. And then Texas plates. All right, I'll add those. And then finally, we can add window tint. Check this out. This thing is like a limousine with the window tint on it. I think we're just going to do light tint. There we go. Looks good. And then now we can switch it over to our color customizations here. The two-tone color, what we're going to do is we're going to do this super cool beige color, sort of like that. That looks sweet. Always is a classic Ford color. Kind of matches the bed very well. And then the striker lift, we're going to do the same one for that. So let's go ahead, change it up. There we go. So now all of our suspension, the shocks, and then also the lift part right there matches the side, the two-tone. All right, looks good for the truck, boys. Now we're going to go ahead and customize a trailer for our snowmobiles, and then we'll be almost heading out. All right, for the trailer, what we're going to do is we're going to do a nice color for this one. I honestly kind of just leave it like this. Honestly, just do this with a two-tone. That looks really good. The rim color, we can black out. That looks sweet. Kind of matches our truck tracks on it, and then we can customize the sleds. Here it is, boys. We've got the Rocky Mountain. This is the Polaris RMK 600 Pro. Yeah, it's pretty nice. It's got some special parts on it, and it's also a one-seater. You can add an extra seat on the back if you'd like, but we're gonna go ahead and upgrade it to the 850 series, and then we can customize all the stuff we like to do. So as you can see, we can change the logos, all of these color schemes, and we've also got some preset ones. Look at this: green, blue, and my favorite, we've got the red, white, and blue edition. Check this thing out. This is actually insane. It looks really good. Get the red part right there, the blue accents. We're gonna buy actually 3 sleds for our new place. So we're gonna do a red one, and then we're gonna switch it up, and we're gonna do a couple different colors here. I think we want to do a blue, so we're gonna change the body color to blue there, and then we can actually change a couple of the other accents. As you can see, we can change the tracks right there to a blue, and it kind of matches it. That looks pretty cool. I kind of like that. Spring color, we can change those to blacked out. That's that part right there. Kind of makes it a little bit more incognito, you could say. The step color, let's see what we can do for that. That's the side right there. Tunnel color. Okay, we're getting somewhere. And then the front A-arm, which is the side part right there. So we got this thing built out. We've got our blue, and then we got all the black accents to go along with it. So the blue one's good. We got a red one already. I think maybe we're gonna go with a different color scheme that's a preset. You know what? I think we found it. Orange looks pretty sweet. Let's see. Actually, the blue looks good too. Two-tone. All right, we got 3 sleds, boys. Let's load them up, and then we got to get a gator for us. Here's the gator. We're gonna go all blacked out with this one. There we go. And then we're gonna take off the plates because we got our own land here. So let's go ahead and buy that. 30,000. And then we need a little plow to go with it. All right, boys. I think we are ready for this snowmobiling trip. We've got everything that we need, possibly. We got the red, we got the blue, and then the orange sled over here. So it looks good. Maybe we'll get a green sled too. Kind of have a different choice of colors for our guests whenever they want to come snowmobiling, because we are going snowmobiling with the boys next time. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that and hit that subscribe button. But all right, let's get the truck. We'll hook up to the trailer. This thing is a beast, guys. All right, let's go ahead and hook up to the trailer first things first, but this should be a good trip out there. We're going to leave the Ram here. We don't really need that quite yet. This will be our main truck we're going to be using out there. There's a lot of snow. Oh my gosh, look at this thing. Okay, it should work okay, although it is kind of high up in the air, the trailer. We're going to have to make sure to strap everything down. Or actually, check this out. We can adjust the hitch. That makes it a little bit better. Okay, first things first, we'll open up the sides so we can strap everything down, and then the back is up next. There we are. All right, perfect. Sled number 1, the America sled. We're going to actually have to build out a matching outfit for this thing. The yellow coat's actually probably pretty good for snowmobiling. That way people can see us. This thing, oh, it rips. It rips, boys. The 850. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to actually back it in. It makes it a little bit easier for us. So we have to get 3 sleds in this thing, remember. So it's not going to be easy. I think we get a little bit more control backing in with the 850 too. There we go. Let's angle it right there. Oh my gosh. He just hit the accelerator one time. This thing flies, boys. All right, that should be good. We'll strap it down right there, and then we'll be able to put probably another sled right there. And then the last one. This will be perfect. Here's the blue one. We're going to go over to the pavement over there. There's a little bit of snow we can drive on, kind of test them out. Let's see how these things do. Oh, they do pretty good. As you can see, they're leaving a little bit of tracks too from the sled. Look at that. Let's check that out. All right, that's pretty sweet. So people will be able to follow our tracks kind of, and we'll be able to follow our trails back. So that's good. Kind of gives us a little bit of GPS system since this thing doesn't have a touchscreen. All right, let's back this one in. Looks good. These things have got the reverse on them. Super nice. And then we got the lights on the front. We got a little horn. This thing is built out perfectly. All right, we're going to back this one in, guys, and get the next couple vehicles set up before we're ready to get rolling. All right, that worked out pretty good. We got the other sled on the left side here, so we're going to strap it down in the front. There we go. Those 2 sleds are good. We got the orange one, and we might actually be able to get the gator in the back as well. So this worked out better than I thought. It's going to be a little tricky. Let's actually see if we can get this thing angled in the trailer potentially, and then the gator will fit. But we got a lot of space left, as you can see. So there we go. Let's start cranking it to the left. Looks good right about there. We're going to turn it off and then strap it down. But if we can get the gator right there potentially, we'll be able to make one trip. So let's get this thing and load it up.
5 minutes later.
All right, gator doesn't fit. We're going to have that transported there for us, but we've got the sleds. I think we're ready to start plan 2, building the new luxury cabin. So it's going to be pretty nice. We're going to head out there, guys. We got some super cool trails added onto this map. It's a custom edit. So we're going to go ahead and test it out. And the snowmobile trails are awesome. So we got a lot in store. Let's head out to our land and start building the cabin. All right, boys, we've got the most insane setup we've ever had for snowmobiling season. This is going to be awesome. The snow is out there. There's there's actually a great amount of snow, and it's not like icy or super slick. It's very fluffy snow, which makes good for riding capability because, you know, you can kind of go at high speeds and you don't have to worry about sliding around or slipping, whatever else with the tracks. But you got fluffy snow, it makes for the ultimate condition snowmobiling, and we're going to be snowmobiling tomorrow. We got all the boys coming in to go sledding with us, and it's going to be pretty insane. And by sledding, we mean going 80 miles per hour on the trails. So make sure you guys stick around for that episode and subscribe so you get notified. But as you guys can see, usually Riverbend Springs ends right here, but we got a custom trail edit just for snowmobiling season. This is insane, and it's going to get pretty epic when we build the cabin too. We'll have our own little paradise in the snow, we'll call it. All right, I think we got to head back to the right here. The trails kind of go all in through this forest and everything. Very few amount of cars drive out here, but as you can see to the left, I think that's one of the trails. Yep, that is the trail right there. It goes all the way through the forest, wraps around, kind of connects to the rest of everything around here, which is pretty cool. There's a little shed to our right, but I think our land is going to be up on the left side and we'll be able to build. But this is actually looking pretty sweet. Okay, I know where we're at now. There's this old like little shed. I think they do some wood manufacturing or something out here on our right side, and then our land is right beyond that. Right up here, we'll be able to build. All right, there we go. We have arrived. Actually wasn't too far of a drive from the city, so our gator should be here any second, and then we'll be able to start crafting out this new house. I think we're gonna do some snow plowing first, but check it out. Great location, great land, and then like I said, guys, the trails connect right over here, so we can pretty much build in like our own trail just to go straight to the other trails. Let me show you. This one is the start of the south side trails. This will go right through here, kind of connects up to the rest of them we saw earlier. This is perfect. So we're gonna probably build up closer to the bottom due to the incline. We'll have a little bit of snow, a little bit of a hill for sledding, of course. I don't know why there's a school bus out here. There's not many houses. We'll probably be the only one. But anyhow, guys, let's jump into construction mode and get building. All right, guys, we've got the main house here. It's actually pretty sweet. We're gonna place it down right here, and we've also got a nice sized garage to go with it. So that's gonna go obviously right to the other side of it. We kind of like to keep it close right about there, and then now we get to build in everything to connect it up to the main road. I think we're gonna leave our entrance right in this portion, so we're gonna go ahead, flatten out the land. It's obviously gonna take away the snow, but we need to make sure it's all even and everything right through here. There we go. That looks good. Look at that. So now we got a nice front driveway. There's really not much more we need to do besides building a nice concrete driveway, and it is going to snow. So let's go ahead and make sure we got all of our leveling good. I think right there should be perfect, and it'll connect up to the road. It's obviously on a little bit of an incline, but we're gonna start the driveway build out here. I think best winter conditions, probably just a good concrete will be good for that. So we'll go all the way to the front of the house up until here, and then connect it up to our garage space, which is actually pretty nice. We can store the sleds in there, keep them warm, so that way before we ride the next day, there's nothing snow or anything on them, which is great. But look at that. That turned out pretty good. We're gonna put a little bit of rock texture along the side. We usually do that. It's our signature touch to the property. And then in the front portion, we got some snow. So that worked out pretty good. Final rock touches on the other side, and we'll be able to get to work here. I think we might actually add some trees down. That'll be the final thing. Well, it's winter, so there's really not going to be any leaves on them, but I think we'll eventually add some stuff. Maybe some snow here. We got some grass and snow we can place down. That always looks pretty nice, so we'll place some of it back down here. And then finally, we need some lights too. These lights actually look like they go along with the property pretty nice, so we're going to place a couple of these down right along the side. We only need about 2 of them, and then that should light it up pretty good at night. We could do some more stuff as well. We have the in-ground lights. They kind of go along the side, as you can see, so that'll make it look really cool at night. Let's place maybe about 10 of these down. Also on the other side, that'll kind of light up the driveway and make it look awesome, because we're going to be staying here overnight and maybe even going night snowmobiling, something we haven't done before. So, all right, this should be perfect for us and the boys to have a good weekend at, and we're going to go check it out really quick. Let's head inside. It is an awesome looking cabin. Nice wood structure. This thing costs us some money too, but here we go. As you enter in, you got the nice cabin. All right, let's go ahead and turn on the lights. All right, looking good, boys. And then we've got obviously our nice sitting area. Some of you have seen this, but if you haven't, this is the ultimate cabin for the wintertime. We got stovetop coffee, giant sink, fridge, and then also our furnace is wood burning. So we'll be able to kind of have an efficient furnace here and have a good amount of heat too. So this is the ultimate cabin, and then the boys can stay on the couch. And then we've also got a king size bed. So there's plenty of space. We'll probably bring some blow up mattresses for some of the other guys. But yeah, this is a nice size bed, a little desk here with a good view of the forest, if I do have to say. And then there's the occasional traffic. So that's nice as well. Finally, the bathroom. The bathtub needs an upgrade though. I think we're going to switch that out. There's a hole in the thing. I don't even know if that's a drain. I think it goes to the floor. Yep. And the toilet paper is going to need an upgrade. Jeez, I don't know how that got in here. Must have been the construction crew. But all right, guys, that is the house tour. Let's get the sleds unloaded. I think the gator's behind the trailer. I think I see something over over there. Aha, there it is. All right, we got the gator here as well. So if we ever have any snow, which we are going to, some more snow, we'll be able to kind of plow it out here at the driveway. So we'll park this up first. This can kind of go on the left side of our garage. I like the doors too. It's kind of like an orange wood material. That's nice. I'll park this on the left side. Looks good. Good size shop too, guys. And check that out. We already got our Polaris logo up on the front there. We got our Ford badges because we got a Ford Tract. I think the only thing we need is some John Deere Gator logos. We got any John Deere? Oh, looky here. We got some John Deere stuff. All right, we already got our custom signs hung up. We didn't even add those. They were already there. But all right, let's get the trailer backed in and unload these sleds. But that was a fun building process. It's pretty simple, guys. We didn't go too fancy with this build. No fancy driveways or anything because we kind of like to just have fun out here. You know, no crazy pools or anything. And we are going to check out the trails before we're done today, before the trip. So stay tuned for that. Let's go ahead and get the back doors unloaded here. There we go. A little bit more, and then the thing will be even. Yeah, that's good enough. All right, let's go ahead and unstrap it. And then the first sled out we'll take onto the trails. The first one is the orange one. So let's go ahead and drive this thing out the back. It looks good. And the nice thing is, guys, like I said, we connect right up to the trails. We got to go on the road for a quick second, but then the trails are right here. So let's rip on these. They're actually nice trails. As you can see, we go all through the forest. The forest is nice as well. This thing rips, boys. We're doing 75 right now. This is awesome. And then I think there's some ditches. You can kind of ride the ditches with the sleds if you want to, but I like to stay on the trails a little bit safer, and then you don't flip. So, you could flip if you go fast, but we'll try and take it a little easier. And then also it connects up to the trails where there's snow because they plowed those. But check this out. This gets a little bit more dangerous. You get some snow on the trails. This is awesome. A little turnaround here. This thing works great. We can actually turn on the lights, kind of test those out. Yeah, those work pretty good. As you can see, there's a little bit of light. Those will work good for at night, but it gets really dark out here. You got to be careful. And then there's more trails that connect all the way up to here. I think you got to sneak behind this shed or something, and then the trails are back here. Oh, look at this. We're like plowing snow. Jeez. You gotta dodge some trees though. Look at this. This gets pretty crazy. And it's all downhill. So that's pretty nice. When you're heading back towards the house, you kind of know what direction to go. Oh, jeez, boys. We're ripping. There we go. We got onto the other set of trails. And this should take us back to the new house. There we go. Oh my gosh. That was a blast. We're pulling back in. Let's get these things set up in the garage. And then we will be waiting for the boys to show up. Some of them are showing up tonight and then some tomorrow morning. So we'll have to wait and see. I know a few of the guys that ran the repo business with us will be back. So yeah, we're waiting for them. I think they're going to be bringing some of their own sleds, but we've got a few extra for some of the guys that don't. So that works out good. We got plenty of space probably to store 7-8 sleds in here maybe. We do need a fuel tanker though. I think we're going to maybe bring in a little fuel transfer tank or something. That way we can refill the sleds as we go. Maybe one of the guys have got it on their truck, but all right, let's back the last one in and then we'll call it a day here at the new cabin. All right, let's go ahead and close up all the doors, guys. The sleds are in the shop. Is there a ghost in there? That sled just moved on its own. I don't think it's haunted. Okay, so game plan for this is we're going to back the trailer in along the side of the house. That's where it's going to be trailer storage. So let's kind of drive over through here, see what we kind of got for that. Oh, geez, not down there. I think there's a little spot behind the side here. Check that out. That worked out perfectly. We might be able to store a few trailers back down here, kind of keeps them out of the way. We'll go ahead and drop it, and there's a little ramp right there. So that worked out good. If any of the other guys got trailers, we'll put them back there out of the way because we don't have the largest driveway, but it works out pretty good. So let's park up the Tract F450 in the front here, and then we'll be all set. Today, we're taking the truck and we're going to check out our new ranch mansion. This place is awesome. It's got 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and then we customized some new vehicles to go along with it. Let's get into the video. Well, here we are, guys. We're fueling up the truck and we are heading out today. Check this thing out. The America Edition / Carhartt Edition Chevrolet Z71. This thing is ready to roll, and we are not building our new ranch mansion. We already have this thing built. We just bought it, wired them $5 million, and we're going to go check this place out. Now, this is unlike something we've ever seen before. It's got some crazy fun parts to it, like outdoor hot tub, grills, and crazy other stuff, including a shop. As you can see, it's up on our left side here, so we're already pulling in, and it's going to get pretty exciting when we customize the vehicles and hit the trails later today. So make sure you stick around. But without further ado, we are pulling into the property. First things first, we're greeted by a nice gate, keeping our property secure, and this is awesome. Look at this place. Now, this is what I call a ranch mansion if I haven't seen one. We got a nice greeting driveway, as you can see, nice nice bushes and everything on the side, so that's nice. We didn't have to build anything today, so it's kind of like a fast forward building episode, which is nice. So swing through the gate and we'll pull in and check this place out. Oh my gosh. So obviously the unique thing about it is the shop is almost half of the house, which is nice because we can store the vehicles we're going to be customizing today in this place. Look at this. We got 3 doors on this side, 2 doors on this side, and check out the backyard. It's going to get pretty insane. We'll save the best for last. So without further ado, let's head to the front door and check this place out. So we're greeted by a nice welcome mat, and this is the new house tour. So check it out. Nice living room, not too crazy, but I know there's lots of places to watch TV in this place. So first room on our right side, we got the office, and I do have to say it actually looks pretty nice. And we got a good setup here. Triple wide curved monitors. These things are like 32-inch monitors. PC there. Oh my gosh, comes like an iPhone. We got everything in this place we need. We're watching the Joe Rogan podcast. We got Farm Sim 25, best game, and then we've got Steam games here. So we got a lot of different games to play whenever we want. Next room up on the right side is bathroom 1. So this one comes with a shower. Pretty simple, but it does get pretty crazy with the master bathroom. All right, so now we're gonna head, that's the door that leads into the shop. Show you guys that real quick. So just a nice little inside door, and then we got the kitchen. Pretty good size too. You got 5 stools up here, and looks like they got waffles made for us. Jeez, check that out. Looks like it's got some sausage and some eggs. That's a breakfast for the champions there. And then look at this. We got everything we need to cook. This is an awesome place. And then, oh, that looks like there's a second kitchen over there. That's a pretty nice looking mirror. All right. Anyhow, that's the first floor for you. Oh, it's not. We got another door. Check it out. Bedroom 1. Simple bedroom, I think. Guest bedroom. We'll save the outside for last, like you guys know. And then we head upstairs. We've got 5 doors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to start on the right side here. Bedroom 2. Jeez, everybody's watching the Joe Rogan podcast in this house. Jeez. First place for paintballing. Okay, that's pretty cool. Nice picture there. Drum set. Then you move over to bedroom 3. Check this out. This one's got a massive TV. Like I said, there's lots of spots to watch TV in this house, so I think this is nice. I like it. It's a good layout. Is that Thor's hammer right there? That might be. If it is, that thing's worth millions of dollars. And then check this out. This is the hunting room. For those of you that like hunting, we got some deer. It looks like that's a moose, a bear. What else we got? Got a nice safe here. Oh, check it out. It opens. Okay. As you can see, we store necessary Nerf guns in there, so that's nice. And then we're going to move over to this room, which is the bathroom. This is pretty interesting. It's like hunting themed. It's got a nice camouflage shower curtain. That's something you don't see. And then the black tile. That's pretty cool. All right. This is nice. Laundry upstairs, which is cool. And then we're moving into the master, the grand room, boys. Check this out. This thing is actually sweet. That is a massive bed. And we got some golf clubs. Ooh, look at that. That's an old bottle there with a ship. It looks like some sort of sailing ship. Very cool. Now check this out. This is the master bathroom. This thing is insane. It comes with a jacuzzi. That's like a 3 or 4 person jacuzzi. That's pretty insane for a master bathroom. Let's turn the lights on. Very cool. All right. Interesting. And then here's the shower. Nice size shower. Let's see. Does it turn on? Doesn't turn on, but that's super cool. And then, yeah, we'll move on to the closet. This is a nice closet too. Comes with the hot water heater in the closet. You don't see that usually. Well, you need the hot water to power this jacuzzi. This thing needs a lot of hot water there. So that's the full house tour as soon as we complete the outside. But so far, this has got to be one of the nicest houses we've ever seen before in a game. So pretty cool. At outdoors, we've got the outdoor area. And like I said, there's another hot tub outside. This one is a 4 or 5 seater, I think. And then, yeah, we got seating area over there. Seating area here. It never ends, guys. You can sit everywhere and anywhere in this house, and everyone's gonna have a seat. So pretty cool. And then upstairs, which is actually outside the bedroom. I should have went out of here. Sliding door. See, that's the master. Move out to here. You got a fire pit, and you move over to your smoker, and then you got the grill here. So a dual grill. That's actually insane. This is probably like maybe a $10,000 grill. That's actually crazy. And then we got seating up here. So this is probably where you'll have your formal dinners. And look at the view. You can't get better than that, guys. And then look at the view right there. Just kidding. All right. Anyhow, guys, that's the full tour for you. This place is epic. Now it's time to fill it with some vehicles. You guys know we got a budget for spending money on vehicles at every house or property we buy. So we're going to head over to the shop. I think we're going to probably get some dirt bikes, maybe a couple side-by-sides, and definitely some more trucks. But so far, this Chevy, man, this thing is clean. I love the color choice we did on it. The America themed. It's like the classic blue, too. Usually, you don't see this. So pretty cool. Anyhow, let's head into the shop. We're going to take the truck there, and then yeah, we'll start customizing some stuff. If you guys like seeing this kind of stuff where we build houses, make sure to drop a like on this video. That's the only way I'll know to continue making more, and I appreciate it a ton, guys. But anyhow, I'll see you at the shop for some customizing of the vehicles. All right, this is the spot where we can order some stuff. Let's check out what they got for sale. So the first thing we did mention is dirt bikes. We're gonna get a couple of these Kawasaki KLX 300s. These things are nice. You can actually make them street legal, but we're gonna go ahead, do trail farm, decal kit. Oh, okay. I kind of like it without the green. And then headlights, we'll add that for we're night riding. Street legal, we don't need any of that. All right, this thing looks good to go, guys. Let's go ahead and buy 2 of these. We're gonna need a trailer to tow this stuff back to. I always like to go with the Iron Bull. This is the Dovetail package, and then it's also got a transfer tank on it, so we can fuel all of our vehicles whenever we're at the property. We got a nice like 20-gallon tank, I think, so that's nice. And then we are gonna buy an Audi R8. We need a supercar at the property in case we need a nice dinner car, something different than a truck. This thing's pretty insane. You can customize the parts on it to get crazy too, so look at that. Jeez. All right, so for the main color, let's pick out maybe a red. Oh yeah, that looks pretty sweet. We're gonna take the license plate off the front though, leave the grille open like that, and then we got some other colors. We can do rim color, we can black that out. Okay, this thing looks insane. All right, let's go ahead and buy this thing. 170,000, not too bad. We've spent some more money on other cars in the past, but yeah, this thing is sweet. All right, next thing up is going to be a Ram 3500. And the reason we're getting this is because we're going to be towing a boat. That's right. After this, we've got a new boat that we just received. So we're going to customize one of those. But first things first, we're going to put the turbo diesel with the tuner. So this thing's pretty insane. And then check it out. You can beef up the wheels. I think we might do some big tires too, because that way, oh my gosh, we can do tracks. All right, that's interesting. I didn't know you could do all these options. This is pretty cool. But we're probably going to go with the large tires. These things look pretty sweet. And then we're going to customize out the rest of the stuff, which there's like 20 options to go through. So let's start with the third one. Here we go. All right, so the back portion looks like some sort of back rack. We're going to need a bed for the back of this thing though. There we go. So now we got the flatbed. We also got a diesel transfer tank, as you can see. So that's nice because we can fuel up part of the boat or what other vehicles we have. We always nice having transfer tanks. That's always nice to have. Check this out. This is like actually the first time you can add a train horn on top of this thing. That's pretty awesome. Check it out. I didn't know you could do that right up top there. So we got a dual set of train horns. We'll add that. And then let's see, we can add mud flaps. We'll add a couple of those on the back so that way the boat doesn't get hit with a bunch of rocks. Fender flares. Let's see, that's the front portion. Yeah, it looks pretty good. Okay, stock bumper, yes. Front bumper. Let's see. Okay, we can change all this stuff. I kind of like it just like that with the light bar. That looks cool. And then we can add on the lights, CB radio, and then a winch. So I think we're going to add all 3 of those on. Strobe light right up there because we're going to be towing a 53-foot boat. Windshield, that looks pretty cool. I don't really see that much. It's a little visor, sun visor. That's pretty sweet. All right, looks good. Side logos. And we don't need any logos on this thing. Exhaust, just check this out. Oh my gosh, it's going through the fuel tank. Let's see if there's something else. You know what? That looks kind of cool. We're going to remove the fuel tank. Yeah, that's pretty awesome. All right, we got to have that. This is the tow truck. And then we got to select a color for this thing. So I think what we're going to do, since we already have a red Audi, a blue truck, I think we're just going to go with the normal color like that. Looks good. Let's go and buy this thing. That was 130,000, or maybe it was a little more than that. And the last but not least thing is our new boat. That's right. We've got the HCB version 1. So this thing is converted from the last game. We got a ton of color customizations. We're just going to buy this thing. There is a nearby lake we can go fishing with. This thing is pretty overkill though, but we're going to select a couple of nice options on this and build this out, because why not? So we're going to go with the hull color is called Admiral Blue. That looks pretty sweet. Stripe color, we're going to leave like that. Top color, this is something new. Okay, no, we can leave that like that. Top tuna color, that's the hard top. That looks pretty cool in blue. I like that. And then interior frame paint, which is that part right there. We're going to go ahead and change that to color optioned. Speaker color, we're going to go with the Admiral Blue for that, kind of blend it in. Main motor color, we're going to leave that like that. And then the secondary color, which is like all the stripes and all everything on that, logos, that'll match the other color of the boat. Seat color 1, we're gonna go like that. That looks pretty cool. It's like a little tan or a beige color. That looks pretty interesting. So we're gonna go with that. There you go. We got the boat built out. So let's go ahead and buy this thing. 1.5 million. We're gonna need a trailer. We'll match the boat and then black rims on this thing. All right, so we got a tow truck for this thing too. And let's start getting everything back to the new house. All right, everything has been delivered. Check it out. We got a good mix of theme here. We got the red, we got the blue, a little bit of an American theme here. This is pretty awesome. And look at the boat. This thing turned out awesome as well. As you can see, Lance has been working hard on this thing. We've got the shiny hull now. This is redone textures and everything. This thing looks awesome. We got to get an anchor for it and a couple more things, but this boat is going to be ready to go for Memorial Day weekend, which is officially the kickstart of our boating season. So we're going to get it ready. You know, we still got a few months, but it gives us some time to get this thing ready to go. So first things first, we've got the new tow truck. This is the Ram 3500 with a tuner on it. We get the strobes going up there. trailer. Let's go ahead and fire this thing up. It sounds insane too. So here we go. Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear this thing right now. It sounds like a jet engine taking off. This is pretty insane. Oh my gosh, this thing sounds like a diesel times 10. Oh my gosh. Well, let's take it down the road. Let's see what this thing can do. Oh my gosh, it's fast too for a pickup truck. Jeez. All right, let's swing on back around. This is going to be the truck for towing the boat. All right, guys, so first things first, like we said, we're going to take the boat back, and then we can grab the truck, grab the Audi, and the 2 dirt bikes. So these are all the vehicles we're going to be having at our new ranch. So there we go. We're hooked up to the boat. Let's get this thing pulled out of here. Jeez, this thing is giant. Okay, hold on. We don't want to hit the truck there. Let's make sure we're making the right approach. There we go. We should be able to sneak by like that. Oh my gosh. There we go. Go to the right side, then crank it back over. Oh gosh. I think it'll be all right. Here we go, boys. Look at this thing. The new boat. This thing is insane. And we also got the giant sport fish. So this is actually going to be a pretty awesome summer. We got a lot of boating, so stay tuned for that. But guys, we're heading back to the house. I think we're going to try and get this thing parked up in the shop. I'm not sure how large the shop is, but I think it's a good size. So we're going to do our best to try and get this thing indoors, keep it covered, keep it clean. If not, we'll park it outside. But here we go, boys. Crank it right. Looks good. And there we are. And this truck is an awesome truck to tow this thing with. Plenty of power. Sounds good. It's fast. And it looks cool. I mean, we got the lights on it. The wheels are looking good. Here we go. Cranking a left. Looks good. We're pulling back into the new ranch. All right, hold on. Let's get the gate open. This might be a tight fit, too, for the boat. Hold on. It's going to work, though. I know it's going to work because check it out. The trailer should be good. Yeah, this is going to be a tight fit. Oh, my gosh. There you are. Look at that. Okay, we made it in. We got plenty of space to turn around in, but let's get the shop opened up. Jeez, this thing is giant. All right, and then I think maybe the right door would be the best option. This looks like about 50 feet. Could be 46. We'll have to see. It might be sticking out of the building a little bit, but let's do our best to try and back this thing in. Here we go. Looks good. Good approach. Let's go ahead and crank it to the left a little more. All right, actually, the width is not going to clear on this door, so we're going to open this middle one. This might work a little bit better. The clearance might be a little close, though. Let's check it out. Okay, we might make it. Yeah, I think we'll clear that. Let's go ahead back this thing in the building. Okay, yeah, the width is a little bit better. That middle door has got maybe another foot compared to the one on the right side. So here we go. Let's back it in. All right, basically got this thing in the building. I think we're going to maybe have to make some adjustments. This thing is actually a lot bigger than I thought. Look at this. We still got maybe another 15 feet out the door plus the trailer. So, yeah, we're going to have to make some adjustments here. But anyhow, we're going to go grab the next set of vehicles we need to bring back. The Audi, the dirt bikes, and then that other truck we had. So let's go ahead to the shop and bring those on back. Check it out. We got the twin turboed Audi R8. This thing is insane. We got the back portion of the bumper taken off. This is something you don't see all the time, but it looks cool. A little bit different than your stock R8. So, all right, let's get the truck hooked up, and then we'll be heading out back towards the new ranch. Get the dirt bikes off these pedestals. There we go. And then now the truck, we can load everything up. Check this out. Electronic bed cover. That thing is awesome. All right, we're good to back up to this thing. We got a gooseneck attachment. There we go. And then let's load up the trailer here. But first, let's go take this Audi for a spin before we load this stuff up. This is the one vehicle we want to drive before we're done today. But yeah, obviously we're going to transport everything back. Well, here we are. We've made it to Farmville, North Carolina. This place is epic. Let's pull a U-turn. We're going to get heading towards our new piece of land we've got. Not too far outside the city, but the city is nice. I do have to say, it's cool. It's got everything you would need. We've got a dealership up on the left. Looks like a nice John Deere combine we're going to be picking up later, so stay tuned for that. But like I said, the first thing we got to do is build our farmhouse, build our first farm shop, and we're going to be joining the guys. Wade is going to be the head honcho of the farm because, as many of you guys know, I'm not very skilled when it comes to doing the agriculture stuff, so we're gonna have him as our backup. He's gonna show us what needs to get done and show us the right way of doing it, but he'll be joining next episode, so it's gonna be pretty cool. If you guys like seeing this type of stuff, help me out by dropping a thumbs up. That's the only way we can continue making more, and if you haven't hit that subscribe button, I would, so you stay tuned for more episodes. But anyhow, we'll meet you at the new property. It's actually a pretty cool piece of land, and we'll build the new house. Alrighty, here we go. We're hanging right. So this is going to be a street we're building the new farm on. It's actually a lot of action out here. You know, there's still cars driving around. The nice thing is we're not in the middle of nowhere. So if we ever need to service stuff or take it into the dealer, we're like 5 miles from the town. So it's super nice. Obviously, that comes with a high cost, but don't worry about that because we have $999 million. Oh, check this out. We're about to cross the train tracks to our new piece of land. It looks like the train's coming in hot. Oh my gosh. That's a pretty cool train. They're flying there. there too. That's nice to see. Very flat lands out here, so it's nice for the equipment. We won't have to be going up hills or anything. Worry about traction problems. Should be pretty simple. All right, the train's gone. There we go. All right, so this is the land on the left. Not much of anything, but this is the start of something great. So this is the main driveway. This takes us all the way back to the shed in the far back. As you can see, pretty nice size shed. It's not very fancy or anything. There's no doors, so we're probably gonna wreck it. Wade's gonna be helping us build this farm too, making it look spectacular for a potential farm series. So let's go ahead to the front. Our job is to build the new house. We've got a nice size house for the farm, so we're gonna go ahead and build that. That's our job for the farm, and that's the first thing. And then we'll buy some equipment. We're able to buy some, combines, some tractors today, so we're gonna be getting into some farming potentially. But let's head to the front and build out the new house. All right, so the idea for this one is we want the farmhouse to be positioned on this side. So not near that driveway for the shop, but kind of over here. That way the back hangout space, as you can see, this house is super detailed. Can be looking at this little creek right here. So this is super nice. We're going to clean this up just a little bit right about there and then fix up the ground, probably level it out. But we're not going to take out the whole field. We want to kind of maintain as much as we can. Probably about to that point, and then we'll go ahead and fill it all back in. We'll first build out a nice little driveway path. There we go. And then we can fix up the lawn here. I do have to say this grass texture is actually pretty nice. It's something you don't really see, but it's almost like perfectly cut. So this will look good for the new house build, but let's go ahead and switch on over. And here is the house like you guys saw. So we're going to build the driveway in right here. It's going to be set back perfectly. There we go. So that's a good start, I could say. We're going to do a little bit of the slope tool though. Kind of build up the driveway towards that. Okay, we ended up just leveling it to the road. It makes a little bit more sense. And then we're actually going to build like a little bridge crossing. So that kind of leaves it with a little bit of space for the water to go through. It's kind of perfect. So what we're going to do next, fix up the landscaping. As you can see, it kind of gets a little messy. So we're going to build the driveway, which will be, let's see which matches the best. I think just the concrete will be good. And we'll kind of build it out a little bit. And then it's going to go towards the right. So towards the road right about there. There we go. So we kind of come in and then you drive. And I think we might actually cut the lawn down just a little bit. Something down to that height. There we go. That looks a little bit more normal. Go ahead and fix it up on the road right there. Looks good. And then just to the side. But the rest of the property can have the long cut grass. But just for the house, I think we should probably leave it like this along the side. There we go. And then the back part by the creek. We got a little bit of area back here. So if we end up getting a dog, which I think we're going to, a farm dog, we're going to go ahead and have all this space back here for him to run around. There we go. Looks good. Hold on. We got to fix it up. I messed up. There we go. Don't put it on the patio. Looks good. And there you go. We're almost done. Do a little bit in the front here. There we go. Go ahead and clean that up and check that out. All right, we are almost done with the landscaping. I think we're going to do a few more things with it. Let's go ahead and fix up this so it's perfectly straight. There we go. So that looks a lot better. And then as you can see, we're going to go like that. All right, we're getting somewhere. And then this needs to kind of get smoothened out. There you go. It's all in the fine details, guys. It's the most important part when we do these house builds, but I'd say that looks pretty good. We got a simple driveway, nothing crazy, nothing too fancy. So that's good. Next up, we're going to place some of these little trees down. I kind of like these things, so we're going to place them down just right here. You know what? That doesn't look the best. Rewind. We're going to place him down on the side of the house. It makes a little bit more sense. There we go. That way it kind of separates it, gives us a little bit of privacy, and then we'll go all the way to the stop right there. So that looks good. I think one of them is too far into the road, so we'll clear that. There we go. Okay, we're getting somewhere now. So we'll have that, and then you come in, you got the house. I'd say we can probably leave that part open, but it gives us a little bit of privacy if we're washing our car, whatever else. Last final touches. I always love the classic white picket fence. So we're going to place this down from this direction to right about there, and then we're going to do it on this side as well. So it's going to be right in front of this sort of, and it'll make it blend pretty good with the rest of the trees we've got. So kind of like that. That looks sweet. Okay, we're getting somewhere with this place. So I think we're going to stop there. We're going to go check out the house. There's a lot to tour. And then we're going to start building our shop, buying some equipment. We got a lot to take care of. As you guys know, the farming operation is no simple task. So let's jump in the truck, go check out the new house. But if you guys are enjoying so far, and like I said, if you want to see it continue, we got to hit 1,000 likes on this episode. And if you guys haven't subscribed, like I said, we're almost close to 200K. I think we're like 4K subs away. So I'd appreciate it so much if you guys subscribed, but here we go. We are pulling in. The driveway is like a good size. As you can see, we got a nice pickup truck swinging into the driveway. All right, we'll go ahead and stop there and let's check it out. So garage one on the left, we got a 1 car and then a 2 car. So we should be able to store plenty of stuff. We got to fix up the lawn right there, but nice size garage, I do have to say. Let's turn on the lights. Oh, look at the lighting in this shop. That's nice. I know LGR always got great lighting on his houses and everything, so this is cool. Okay, next up, we got the kitchen. The lights in here look spectacular as well. I actually think the lighting's the best part about this house. Oh, we might need to call a plumber. Jeez, look at the sink. Yeah, we'll have to drain that. But then we got a comfortable couch. Look at this couch. I can sleep on this couch. It looks perfect. Ah, it's a nice couch, do you have to say. And then if you go to here, I think this door leads us into the master bedroom. So this is nice. You get a canopy style bed. The lighting, oh my gosh, the lights are like the best I've seen in any farm sim house. We got a nice door here to go out to the patio. We got a grill out there. Let's check out the bathroom. I think there's a nice sized bathroom here. So, oh, yep. Jeez, we need a plumber in here too. Someone call a plumber. Yep, a bathtub and everything. Must have been our construction skills. But as you see, move over to here. We've got more dining room space. So that's nice. Front door here. So this is cool. Nice little front porch. Let's see. Yeah, it's actually nice. I like this. Good views too. And then you move to the other side. This is called the east wing of the house. We've got a few more doors. This is the office space. Nice. TV. And then right here, you know, I'll be checking out the farm. I think we should build the shop like over there. I think that'd be a good spot. Wade was saying somewhere in the back area, but over here could be cool so we can see out the window. And that's pretty much it for you. All the other rooms are kind of empty, but we've got the outside area. This is super cool. We got some nice furniture. Let's see if we can turn the lights on. I think we should be able to. There we go. The lighting is great. We got this nice furniture though. Look at this furniture. It's like that certain material. Very nice, high quality. And then the grill over there. And then we get the little creek running back here. Clean creek, not dirty or sewer water or anything. So that's nice. But okay, honestly, I'm second guessing. Wade's right. You know, if we're sitting out here, we want the shop to be over there somewhere. Thinking like a construction manager. Yeah, we should definitely build like on that whole field right there. We can have our full farm operation. We've got a really cool shop we can use to start. And I think we're going to go build that next. So let's jump in the truck. That is the house for you. Let me know your thoughts on it. We're going to get a farm dog. Where is he at? There he is. Hey, buddy, what's up? Let's see, what should we name the farm dog, guys? You guys have done a pretty good job with naming some of our other areas and protection dogs, but we need a farm dog. He's got to watch over the farm, make sure nobody's breaking in, right, buddy? Buddy's not a bad name, but let me know if you guys have any other ideas. I think this is a very important one. So let's jump in the truck. We'll head on over to that land we were talking about, and then we'll build our shop. We're probably just going to get the shop done, and then we'll switch on over to customizing some equipment. So I'll see you guys when we're ready to buy some stuff. And here you have the new shop. This place actually looks pretty sweet. It's a good start to the new farm. We're going to go check it out really quickly, and then we'll go ahead and buy some equipment. So as you guys can see, there's like a couple of different buildings. There's a divider wall here. This is in between the other shop, so we can maybe have this as a wash bay, or also, yeah, it looks like it's mainly just a wash bay. Let's turn the lights on here. Let's check that out. Oh, that is some nice lights. Those are bright too. And then as you can see, we got the rest of the property. We got a nice American flag up there. We like to see that. Let's see. Let's find the lights for in here. Oh, they're over in the corner. There we go. Fire it up. Oh, maybe not. Let's see. Maybe they're over here. Maybe over here. I can't find the light switch. This is a problem here. Oh, we got the lights on the door. Hold on, hold on. Ah, there we go. Okay, this is bright. And look at these floors. These are some pretty nice shop floors, I do have to say. We got some giant door over here, too. Did not connect up the driveway. That's a rookie mistake. We'll fix that up. Kind of nice, make a circle driveway. We still left a little bit of space in the front. We wanted to set it back just a little bit. But this is a nice farm shop. I do have to say, it's going to work well for our farm. For the Millionaire Farm Series, we're going big on this one, boys. So we got a nice shop, storage area for some parts. And then up here, we got more storage. Okay, I like that. I think there might be an office space. Let's see. What's over here? Okay, just a little 3 doors. Maybe we'll put some snowmobiles in there, you know, storage for our fun toys. More little shop right there. Okay, where's the office at? No office. Okay, we're out of luck on that part, but I do have to say the shop is going to prove itself here because we've got a lot of equipment to bring back and store here. So let's go buy some. We already got a combine picked out. We're going to go ahead and customize the tractor and then our first surprise. So let's go ahead, jump in, customize, and we'll see you guys at the shop. Okay, so we're a Millionaire Farm, guys. Remember that. So we're going to be going big with this one, the John Deere 9R. We are going to be a John Deere only farm, so we're going to go ahead and buy this. This is actually pretty nice. We got the Michelin twin wheels. We got weights in the rear, I think, so that's good. Gives a little bit extra weight, but this thing should be heavy enough to tow the heaviest of attachments, so this will be good. Let's get front weight. We might be able to add 1,400. Yeah, that's good. 3-point we'll leave on the back. This thing's got 691 horsepower, $650,000. All right, there we go. The first tractor's bought. We got our first combine almost ready to go. And for the surprise, we're going to get an auger wagon. We are going to be getting to some harvesting next time. So we're going to go ahead and buy the Hallmaster, the Elmers. And you can actually go ahead and upgrade the top there. So we get the 2000 edition Hallmaster. Let's see. Let's do John Deere green. There we go. Nice thing is we can change the color. This thing's tracked. 180 grand for this beast. But this should be able to hold a lot. I think it's going to hold at least a few combine loads. So that's nice. And then we'll probably get a semi hauler to haul that to our bin setup. But that's going to be customized through Wade. So he's going to be taking care of the rest of the farm. Our job is to get the combine back, get the tractor back. And that'll be a job day one here complete. So let's head to the shop, guys. We'll check out our new combine, check out the new tractor, and then we'll bring them on back to the shop. And hopefully they fit. But I think they should be good. We got enough clearance on that other door. So I'll see you guys when we're pulling in. All right, we made it back into town here. We're pulling in to, looks like the equipment dealer. So we've got John Deere combine sitting out front. It's the S790, our favorite series from John Deere. And we're going to go ahead and buy that off of them. They've also got a header ready for us, corn header. It's unfoldable. And then we've got the John Deere 9R. So this thing's nice. Got the Hallmaster. So we'll get hooked up to this thing first. We got a little bit of flashing beacons on the top. That's nice to have when we're going down the road because this thing is giant. So let's throw the hazards on. All right, got the PTO hooked up. This is actually a clean setup. I like the wheels over the tracks. Most would say you could do the 9R with tracks. I think this looks better. And this thing backs up like way better. It's easier to control because, you know, it's articulating. So, all right, the tractor is ready to roll. We're going to have someone drive that back for us. But check out the combine. So this thing is actually a mod in-game. S790, get the duals on there. Let's see. I think we might have the weights. No weights on these. We can add them if we want, though. We don't really need them. All right, we jumped in, guys. Let's go fire this beast up. There we go. Look at that. All right, this thing is ready to roll. So we get the John Deere screens. Those things are nice. So we'll be able to control everything touchscreen. And let's go ahead and throw this thing into reverse. There we go. All right, let's go get hooked up to that corn header and we'll be rolling down the road. We're going to be driving this. Or we hired somebody to drive that tractor back. So they should be showing up shortly. Are we going to be able to squeeze through here? Oh, this is going to be tight fit. Come on. No way. Look at that. Oh, jeez. It didn't see anything. Let's go ahead and get this thing hooked up and we'll get rolling. There you have it. We're hooked up to this beast. Let's go ahead. Get moving. I think the driver's going to get pulling out in a second. We got our flashers on in this thing. Let's throw the hazards on too. There we go for the back. And yeah, we should be ready to go down the road. So this is going to be the first drive heading back towards the new farm. And there they go. They're pulling out there. I just hope they don't crash into anything. Okay. Yep. They're off to a great start there. As you can see. Yep. Come on. Get back on the road. Oh, no. No. Don't take out the Kubota equipment. Oh, gosh. This ain't going too good. Back up, Terry. Back up. Yep, we'll let them find their way back to the farm. But we're going to take the combine back. The tractor will eventually show up. Let's see if this thing fits in the new shop. It should be good on clearance. That's the one thing we got to test out. And then we'll be done with day one setup. So we'll see you guys back at the new farm. And we'll check this thing out. All right, we're pulling back into the farm, guys. Look at this thing. We made it here in one piece, which is good to see. We did have to pull off the road a few times. We had a ton of traffic. So that's the one unfortunate part, being close to town. But anyhow, oh my gosh, this is perfect. Look at the clearance on these doors. We're able to fit a massive combine in here. As you can see, the driveway's a little off balance, so we're gonna have to do a little bit more construction. However, let's go ahead, open up the door, back this beast in. Okay, don't take it out. There we go. We gotta be careful with the extended pipe there because we could slam into the door when backing up. We just gotta be careful. But look at that. This is perfect. We got the new shiny floors. This looks awesome. And hey, look at this now because it's the cleanest you'll ever see these floors, man. They're not gonna look as good like this ever. So here is the new combine, the S790, my personally favorite combine like ever. I just love how this thing looks with the duals. Always much better than the tracks. And I think the tractor will be showing up soon. So we'll go ahead and get that thing backed in and then we'll conclude today's video. Okay, the tractor made it back, surprisingly, in one piece. But we got everything here. We're going to back it into the door over here. We got some space. So we're going to try and get this equipment parked inside as long as we can. I think we'll probably have the Hallmaster sit outside, or we need to build more storage, which I think is going to be the case. Wade had some plans on a second shed, so we'll back in the Hallmaster for now. This should work out perfectly. Let's go ahead, stop right there. There we go. Drop that, and then the tractor can go right next to it. There you have it, guys. We've made it back, and the equipment is looking great. So let's close up the shop. There we go. Day one complete, setting up the new Millionaire Farm in FS25. All right, guys, welcome back. So as you can see, we're checking out the nearby waterfall to our new plot of land, which we're going to build the new mansion on. And this mansion is a Villa Verde, they call it. This thing is insane. It's got every amenity you'd want in a luxury mansion, and this is the nicest one we've ever built. So let's head on over to our land. We'll check this place out and to waste no more time. As you guys see, we are rocking the Chevy as the work truck for today. We got to cross a little bridge here. Let's pass this person up, and on the right side, we've got our new piece of land right on the riverfront. The river is got crystal blue water. Let's go check it out really quick, and then we'll place the house down and officially start the construction process. But as you can see, we're located right here. This is got to be the best plot of land to build on because you got the waterfall down there. You guys saw when we were down there. It looks cool. And we'll be able to wake up and look out our window to see a waterfall with the mountains in the background, the Alpine Mountains. So pretty nice, guys. Look at the river. Good amount of water. We might get a boat dock down here. We'll have to see what the construction plans include. But anyhow, let's move the truck out of the way and get to placing down the new house. Obviously, you guys know the first thing we're going to do, check out the house. But what we got at the end of today's video is we're buying new vehicles. We need to stash some crazy cool vehicles here, and that's towards the end. So let's jump into construction mode and get to work. But before we do, guys, if you end up liking this video, please help me out by dropping a thumbs up. It helps us to continue making more videos just like this. All right, so this place is massive. For those that have seen the other videos, I'll show you a house we can compare this to. Here is your standard house, right? Okay, look at the size of this, right? This is a 4-bedroom house. And then this is Villa Verde. I mean, oh my gosh, this place is massive. So the first thing we got to do is place it down. We're going to place the tennis court on the backside just like this. There we go. Boom. We've got the new luxury mansion. Oh my gosh, this place is going to be awesome to check out. There's so much to explore. Look at the backyard. You got a pool. We'll save it for later, but we got to build in a little driveway. We'll check it out after we do that and then place down some landscaping stuff. We do have a new map, which means we get some new textures here. So we're going to test it out and see which one we like the best. So we got a couple of different textures for the driveway. I'm going to say this one is cool too. So we got these 4 new textures. So this one's out. I kind of like the new pattern tile. So this one is called Flagstone. All right, we're going with Flagstone. This looks the best. Let's go and fix it back up, and then we'll go over to Flagstone. This is actually a pretty sweet tile. I don't think we've done anything like this at our other mansion. So as you can see, it kind of blends in with the lawn a little bit, which is nice. Kind of lets some natural flow through the property. You know, you got a nice good look to it. So all right, that looks sweet. I think coming on an angle, we don't need any driveways over here or anything. So as long as it lines up with our double gates, we have 2 gates at this property. I think we've had 1 at another one, but never had 2 gates at our mansions. It's always been 1. So all right, that looks good, guys. We're gonna do a couple other things. We're gonna place some bushes down in the front area. As you can see, it doesn't really look too private. You can kind of see right through the house. So we're going to place down some good size bushes. So we're going to place them right along the fence line, just like that. All right. As you can see, that is working good. We'll go all the way to the bridge. That's still where we stop because the city will get mad if we go further. But that gives you a lot of added privacy, I guess. And also, you know, you won't have thieves stealing your car. So it gives you some protection for that. But anyhow, last things last, we got to add in some bushes. So we got some hedges we're going to place down along the side of the house, just like this. Run all the way to the end. Oh my gosh, this is a massive house. I mean, that's crazy. And then there are also going to be some small ones on the driveway, which is a cool touch we usually don't add. Only sometimes we do for special properties. So here we go. We start right here, and we kind of just go all the way to the point of the gate. So we actually got to bring the grass back a little bit there, as you can see. And then we're going to go like that. Perfect. And then this one all the way to there. So we had a little bit of hedging kind of in the front area. And I think that's what we call it. And this place is pretty much already ready to go. So we're going to go check it out. It's already got its own hedging inside the property. So let's go jump in the truck. It's over here. We'll drive it through to the front entrance. That's one way to do it. Alrighty. So we got the first gate. We're going to go ahead and open that up. It is electric, but I think we got to get the remote inside. So there you go. That's pretty nice size. All right, here we go. We can drive through. We got the garages left and right. They are good height too. I think we have more garages down here. Let me check. Okay, there's no more garage space, but we do have kind of like a 2-car garage. It's a small 4-car, I would say. So it's meant for 2 cars. Good size though, so you could probably fit 2 vehicles backed in. That's not a bad idea there. All right, let's turn off the truck and we'll start our tour for this place. So I guess, you know, you saw the garage. It's pretty nice. Looks like we got a fridge in the garage with some sandwiches. Are those sandwiches ready to go? Okay, that is interesting. I've never seen that. And then we're gonna go to the front door, which is over here. We got the main entrance. This is gonna remind you guys of the villa that we've built a couple years ago. Now this has got some similar features, but it's totally different. I mean, it's a new layout, new everything. Let's find the light switch. It's gotta be around here somewhere. Aha, there we go. All right, we got him turned turned on, and actually they're auto sensing too, so that's nice. First room on our right, we've got the Juice Box Hangout Lounge. Okay, this is sweet. We got a little darts board there. We got a pool table. All right, so you can play some games, and obviously we got all your select choices of juice boxes. All right, looks good. You got a view of the front driveway, and the whole room is made out of wood. I don't know who made that checkbox during construction, but it's interesting, I will say. Now this next room we've got, oh, okay, we got a bedroom. This might be the master bedroom. This is nice. Hold on, let's turn on the lights. Oh yeah, now we're talking. That is a marble ceiling with like 30 light patterns going through around. All right, this is sweet. I mean, look how shiny the surfaces are. We got a master bedroom, all right, with a closet. Very nice. Fireplace right here. As you can see, fireplace looks good. And I do have to say, the view is not bad at all. Not bad. We got a riverfront view. Very cool. And you can actually see part of the waterfall, although it is on the back side of the house, so you don't really see much of it. Moving on, we got a couple more rooms, and we have a third level in this house. We've never had a third level in another house, so this is interesting. Is this the master? I think there might be multiple master bedrooms. This place is pretty massive, so all right, we've got closet 1 here. Nice size. Let's see what's beyond this door. Okay, nothing there. Let's see. Let's go around the corner. What's here? Oh, okay. This has got to be the master. Come on. I mean, look at this bathroom. This is an entire pool in their bathroom. Hopefully that glass is tinted. I don't know if I'd be wanting to take a shower there and they can see me driving by, but okay. That is interesting. This is cool. I do have to say, let's turn the lights on. Lights are amazing. We got the marble right here. If you guys don't know, marble is like a very expensive material, so or stone, I should say. So that's kind of crazy to have it throughout the entire house. And then you got the shower. Nice. Look, you got lights up there, and then some soaps. Very cool. Lots of like details and features in these places, which is always nice. But I would consider this to be maybe the master bedroom. I cannot confirm until we look at the whole property. So next thing up, what do we got? We got oh, another bathroom. Okay, all right. We got enough bathrooms here. I would say this is nice too. We got another pool-sized jacuzzi, hot tub, bathtub, whatever it's called. And oh, look at that. Who is that good looking fella? That's me. All right. Well, we got a shower here, and then 2 sinks looking good. We got a nice little balcony. Very cool. And you can see your pool. And then, oh, there's so much more to check out. I don't even think we've checked out the main floor. We skipped and went right up to the top floor. Okay, we have so much to explore. Let's go back down to the first floor before we make our way up to the top floor, which is the epic floor. We got to go through here. We got another door. Open that up, and we've got the kitchen. All right. Let's turn on the lights. There we are. Oh, this is a grand kitchen. Oh my gosh. I've never seen anything like this before. Guys, there is literally an entire separate bar. We already have an island right there. Okay, this is insane. Where's this go to? Okay, this goes to the garage. You guys, you go off the garage door right there. You go into this. This is another, I guess, just hangout space, another fridge. And then if you didn't have enough fridges, you get another one here. Oh my gosh, look at this island. This is absolutely insane. And you got a nice space out there. Oh my epicness. This is a crazy living room. Look at this couch. I bet this thing costs more than my entire savings. All right. This is nice. I do have to say, you got a nice sized TV. Plants in the way. I might have to move that, but that's nice. And then you got another bedroom. Is this the master? Oh my gosh. There's so many bedrooms in this place. Okay. I don't think this is the master, but it is the lower floor. What else do we have to check out here? We got the dining room. All right. That looks cool. All right. So dining room there, and that's it for the main floor. We are going to check the outside out last, but second to last, we're going to the 3rd floor. So let's go all the way up to that. Obviously, you guys know we already checked this out, and then you got these cool steps to go up. Very cool. And then you've made it to the top. And this looks like it's going to be the best part, judging by what we've got. Oh my gosh. Is that a spa? This is a spa. Look at the pool. Guys, we have like 3 pools in this place. We have an outdoor pool and an indoor pool, and the indoor pool is larger than the outdoor pool. This is epic. And you have a shower. Okay. Now, this is the finest luxury mansion we've ever built before, guys. Look at this thing. You got windows that you can open and close just like this. Very nice. I don't think there's anything else up top. We got a picture frame that actually turns into a TV. I've never seen something like that before until now. So this is epic. That is the 3rd floor for you. Now we're going to head down and check out the backyard. All right, walking out the back door, we've got a nice little hammock right here. So you can swing. It's a swing bench. Hammock there, and then you've got the grill, outdoor grill, not bad. And then a little kitchen area, seating area. And then, like I said, here's the outdoor pool. I would say the indoor pool is about 10 times better. So that's nice in case it ever gets cold, though. We can go indoor, and then we got a full-size tennis court. This is epic. So if anybody wants to play some tennis, yeah, I've got a full-size tennis court here. This kind of reminds me of like Wii tennis or something. We need to get some Wii games playing on the indoor console. We've got Xbox, PlayStation, and everything. So we'll have to be setting all that up soon. But But anyhow, guys, that is the full house tour. Even got the fireplace burning. That is all for you to check out. Really, the only thing we got left to do is build out the vehicles. You guys know we got to stash this place with supercars since we have like a 4-car garage. So we're going to do that. Let's jump into the shop, customize some stuff, and we'll drive it on back. We got some new cars in store, so let's go check them out. All right, so the first one's not going to be a supercar, but we are building supercars, so stay tuned for that. But we're going to build out a Jeep. We need something that can go over those rocks that we were climbing on at the start of the video. You guys know by the waterfall. So I think this thing should get the job done. Let's check out all the stuff we can add to it. Obviously, mounted tools on the back. Fenders look sweet. Roof light bar. Yes. Roof type. I think we're going to leave that just the American flag up there. That looks awesome. Rear light protection. Yeah, we'll add that. And then snorkel. The snorkel, if you guys don't know, if we go underwater, we can still have full control of the engine. You know, won't flood or anything because the exhaust air intake's up top. So we can kind of go like all the way in the water without flooding the motor, which is nice. Although it's probably not recommended. We should only be in there for at most a few seconds. And then air intake, good. Doors, yes. Trailer hitch, yes. And then check out the back here. We can switch it out. We can add fuel cell, or we can do nothing. And you get the back wheel, and then you got the wheel mounted with the fuel cell. I think we're gonna do the combo. That looks sweet in case we ever need fuel. Chassis color is the main color here. As you can see, we can kind of change it up. I really love like a desert tan. This is a sweet looking color. We're gonna match the rims. This looks like an army Jeep. And then the straps for the seatbelts, you can see they're racing seatbelts. We're gonna leave those that blue color. That looks awesome. Design color, we'll leave that like that. Okay, the Jeep is good to go. Let's maybe buy a couple more vehicles and then we'll drive them on back. All right, check this thing out, guys. So this is the new modified Lamborghini Huracan STO. This thing looks shiny and clean. I mean, this is epic. Now, the only thing that we have that's kind of different than the other STO is a ski box. That's right, guys. We can maybe go alpine skiing with the Lamborghini here. This is epic. I think we're going to add it because it looks funny. Usually don't get that on any vehicles. So, and you can change it to forged carbon fiber. We're gonna have the Aero front lip, so that's kind of like the parts on the side there. That looks cool. Drag setup. All right, that's kind of interesting. So you can kind of change all the options, whatever you want to do. We are obviously going to do a stock setup, and then you can do like a painted, or you can do a carbon fiber. We've got the forged carbon fiber. That looks epic. Factory wing, no wing, or deck mounted wing. Okay, that is insane. I don't think I've seen something like that before. Honestly, this looks sweet. All right, we're going with that, guys. I think this thing's almost done to go. Window tint. All right, we're rolling. Let's go ahead and buy this thing. $334, not a bad price. All right, so now that we got this built out, let's go get the third vehicle and we'll bring them on back. All right, we got the updated McLaren as well, so we're gonna check this thing out. We're gonna see if we can maybe do, obviously this thing looks good in orange. I mean, that's all we can really do. I love the kind of just the spec that you know, most of these cars have is just the orange with the black rims. That looks cool. We'll do the front design like that. It looks good. And then the rear, we got a new design, I'm pretty sure. That's like a fully redone. You can see we got new carbon fiber parts. I mean, this thing looks epic. Track spec, or you can go with the yeah, honestly the track spec looks the best, but you can do deck mounted as well, like the Lambo. Let's see what it looks like from the front. Kind of like that or that. Oh, yeah, this wing is better. Okay, we're going with the deck mounted. That's cool. Let's go and buy this thing, guys. We get 2 supercars and a Jeep to drive back. And then this driveway will be fully loaded. All right, guys, we've made it to the shop. So we get the 3 vehicles here. We don't have a far drive to get back to the house. So how we're going to do it is we're going to drive each vehicle back individually to kind of test them out and see how they drive. Guys, these things have got crazy new sounds. Let's go ahead and start with the Lamborghini. We're going to fire this thing up in 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah, this thing sounds insane. Not the horn, but I mean, this is gonna sound great. Here we go. Let's okay, hold on. Listen to this thing. Oh my gosh, they completely changed the sounds. Interior looks good. We are going to be cranking a left out of here. This has got good steering as well, so we got to kind of be a little careful. It's definitely a little more sensitive than the truck, but as you can see, when we shift gears, you can kind of hear it. You usually can't hear that on the older mods, but here we go. Hit it, boys. 3rd gear. Oh, we are flying, literally. Don't worry, we got the ski box on top. That is our rollover protection bar. Here we go. We got a roundabout and then over the bridge, and we're already back. Oh, I get it. The noise is actually a flame from the exhaust. Watch this. Ready? We shift gears. Oh, that was sweet. Okay, usually we don't have any mods doing that. That is new, guys. All right. Let's go ahead and get this thing parked up. I don't want to damage it anymore. We kind of, you know, scratched the ski box. So let's open up the gate here. We'll back in the Lambo. It's got folding mirrors and everything. There we go. Straight back. Looks good. And there you go. We got the new Lamborghini back. 2 more vehicles to go, guys. Let's go ahead and head back to the shop. And I think the next thing up we're going to drive is the Jeep. All right, let's go ahead and fire this thing up. This is a Demon Swap Jeep, guys. Here we go. Oh my gosh, the sounds, they're crazy. I don't think we've had any mods like this. Usually they sound like a tractor, but this thing actually sounds insane. Okay, here we go. Watch out, person. Oh, so you brake check me. Good idea. Watch this thing go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Kick it into third. Oh my gosh, this is epic. This is epic. We're going to be able to go off-road just like that. Oh yeah. And we landed it. All right, that is epic. Let's take the back roads. What does this do? Oh, we're about to find out. We're driving a Jeep, boys. Oh my gosh, that was epic. That deserves a like. Hit the like button. Okay, we're kind of taking the back way to get to the house, but this is pretty epic. I don't think I've ever gone this way. This is the trail that's kind of right by our house, so we're going to rip back there in this thing and see how it does. But I mean, guys, we're doing 85 miles an hour. Look at this thing go, and it leads it back right to the house. We should build a road in from the shop because we're going to be buying so much stuff at this new place. Oh, look at that. Perfect approach. We'll go ahead and get it pulled into the property. Clearance. Oh, I didn't think about that. Yeah, that's not going to work. That's okay. We got plenty of space out here to park it up. We actually got a perfect corner for it. Right there. We're going to park the Jeep up, the Demon Swap Jeep. There you go. Now it looks like we're the military. Okay, no one's going to mess with us. But we got to go get the McLaren back, guys. So I'll go ahead and fast forward to that, and we'll see what it looks like. All right, we got the McLaren back, but I do need to tell you guys a little secret about it. It's got insane sounds, just like the other 2 cars, but let's go ahead and listen to this thing. It sounds like a literal Formula 1 car. Here we go, boys. Fire it up. Oh my gosh, this is insane. I don't think I've ever heard vehicles like this ever in this game. Okay, this is crazy. There you go, guys. Well, that is the complete build for the new Villa Verde. Well, good afternoon, guys. We were driving through the neighborhood, and I do have to say we haven't found a house that has caught our eyes. We're trying to buy a new house in the new town of Forest River, but nothing seems to be spectacular. We want to build something crazy, so I think the game plan is we're going to go build our dream barn dominium. It's a project I've always wanted to do, and it's going to cost us a lot of money, so we're going to go find a new piece of land and get building, and then we're also going to customize some trucks to go along with it to complete that scene as a barn dominium for our new residents. So it's going to be a lot of fun, guys. If you do end up enjoying this one, help me out so I can continue making more videos by dropping a thumbs up down below. And if you haven't subscribed, I'd appreciate it a ton. So when I think barn dominium, I think lots of land. We need to go somewhere with space so we can go off-roading and have all the fun that we usually do when we're out in the country. So here we are. We've got a nice piece of land, very flat, so we won't have to do any crazy groundwork. Check it out. There's really nothing back here besides like an old abandoned double wide, I'm pretty sure. But I mean, there's some trails that connects up over here. Well, let me show you. It starts and then there's some more over there, but this is some pretty good mud. If we're gonna go off-roading, I think this should work great. You can see there's been some ATVs ripping through, so we're gonna block that off. Maybe depends where we're gonna build this place. Anyhow, we don't waste any time, guys, with these builds. You know the deal. Let's jump into construction mode and then we'll check it out. It's gonna have a lot of cool features we don't really see in our house. We are first of all gonna have an entire shop to work on trucks, and then we're also gonna have a very cool kitchen and some cool hangout spaces. So let's jump into construction mode and get to work. And here you go, the barn dominium unveiled. Check it out. We got the shop space, giant glass windows, and we've also got a giant living room. Okay, this is gonna be epic to check out. I know there's a lot to explore. It's got a lot of space. As you guys can see, it's probably maybe 50,000 square foot. I'm not really 100% sure, maybe a little less than that, but we're gonna place it down right here, kind of connect up to the road right about there. Will work out good. We need to build a nice driveway and then connect up all of our garage doors, so that'll work out good. We've got a pretty cool gravel texture on this map, you can see right there. So we're gonna connect it up to the main road, which is also gravel. This kind of like sand gravel. It's something I've really never seen, but it is nice. And we're gonna also connect it to the doors just like that. Looks great. We're gonna try and keep it a simple build. This is a barn dominium, not a $50 million mansion, so we're gonna keep it simple. We get the front door up here, so we're gonna build in a little path. Honestly, this might connect up kind of right there. Let's see how this goes. We could do some parking spaces and then go over. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Okay, this is gonna work out good. So just a nice little space to park your vehicles if you have guests or whatever else, and then we're gonna fill back in with some grass on the edges. There we go, and then right about there. Perfect. And then just on this side, and this place honestly might be done. Oh, hold on, we got some more back here. Let's go ahead and fix up. Okay, and there's actually a garage door, and there's nothing on this side, so we'll fill this in. Works out good. The shop is on the shady side, so that's gonna work out good because we don't have heat blaring through the shop. You know, it's already gonna be hot in there, so that works out good. We're gonna build just a little driveway connection to this back back door here. We're going to have another access point in case we start a fire. Let's hope that doesn't happen, but it is possible. You know, when you're welding on trucks, anything can go wrong. So, all right, there we go. Let's make sure it looks good, though. Maybe a little bit more touch-up work. I think it's going to go ahead and load in for us, and then we'll be set. All right, that looks really good. I like how it turned out. Now, the only thing we're going to do is add some plants. We've got these pretty good-sized ones. We're going to place them down just in the front area like that. Going to give us a little bit of privacy in the driveway area, and then we're going to go like this way with it. There we go. Looking good. Okay, so if we ever have vehicles, because this is kind of like a back road, it'll give us a little bit of privacy. And then obviously the front is a little exposed, but that's okay. We've got the tint on the windows. Let's go check it out. Like I said, we got lots to explore, so we're going to go start with the shop, and then we'll work our way into the main house, the barn-dominium. I mean, look at the size of these doors, guys. This is a lifted truck, Ford F-250. I mean, these doors are still massive. We can build like SEMA trucks, kind of whatever we want. So as you walk in, you got your main door, as you can see, and they also got 2 garage doors, one on that side. Let's turn on the lights. Lights over here. Okay. Oh, okay. Pretty good shop lights. Every piece of equipment comes preloaded with this property. Generators, coolers, I mean, everything. Look at that. We got like a torch, screwdrivers, everything. I mean, sweet. Looks like we're building a motor here. Huh. Maybe we'll be doing some motor work. I don't know. We got some shelving space for some tires or whatever parts we got coming in, and some freezers, extra fridge. That's always needed in a barn-dominium. Mostly people that live in these are like single guys. They like to do fishing, as you can see, like racing. That's a dirt bike helmet. Is that Supreme Fox Racing helmet? That's sick. I wonder if we can wear that. That'd be pretty sweet. We'll find a way. Anyhow, you walk in from the shop, as you can see, the only door in from the shop, and we've got the hangout room. So this separates between the garage and the main house. So we'll go check this out. Let's see. Lights, camera. Where's the lights? Action. Boom. All right. Look at that. Nice pool table. I think this is probably about a 7-foot pool table, maybe a 6 foot. It's a little smaller. Jeez, that look huge next to this thing. Okay, this is crazy. And then you got a nice size couch, TV, plenty of pool sticks. I mean, look, you got like 7 and then 1 on the table and another one. That's crazy. 9 pool sticks. So if you end up breaking most of them, you still got extras. All right. Anyhow, we're moving into the house. This is going to be the main part where we'll be living. We've got the kitchen here. Let's find the lights for this. Ooh, nice. Okay, so plenty of space here. Very simple. Obviously, coffee machine, toaster, pretty sweet, and a jar of cookies. All right. Well, this will work out great for us. We've got some Rice Krispies, some pancakes. Oh my gosh, they got us some pancakes. And we got a table here. So it works out good. Oh my gosh, who put a piano in this place? I don't know if I'll ever play this, but I mean, it's possible. Nice piano. This right here is the lower bathroom and then like washer and dryer. So that works out great. Hey there. Looking good. All right. So that looks sweet. We've got some other doors down here. TV room. So if the hangout room wasn't enough, you got another one. Looks like we got a PS5 and an Xbox X here. Pretty nice. That PS5 Pro, pretty sure. And a Wii. Okay, that's like the best setup you could have. Awesome. And I think there's a Nintendo down there. So that's pretty sweet. Nice setup. You got every console you would need. And then an office in here. You can see our truck. Look at that. Oh, that's when we built our mansion. Nice. And then you got all the placeables. Here's our work schedule. Wait, work gym. Okay, interesting. Motorcycles. Huh, maybe we'll build some motorcycles here. Is that the motor for a motorcycle? That looks like a little bit larger motor, but yeah, nice computer here. Snowboard. And then obviously we got our vacation destination. So pretty sweet, guys. That is the lower floor for you. We're going to head upstairs now, up these nice stairs, industrial stairways. Turn on the lights, and we've got like 3 or 4 more doors. Yeah, 3 right here and then another one. So, all right, let's turn it on. This is the master bedroom. Nice view, too. It's also on this side of the road, so you can kind of see some vehicles, but it's also very well protected from like daily traffic flying by as you're trying to sleep. We got the bathroom here. Nice size shower. Not bad, not bad. All right, and then closet space. Cool. All right, well, that's the master for you. Let's go check out. I think there's some more rooms here. There's a bathroom for those new extra guest rooms, and then there's that. And then here's the guest room 1. Nice. There's a gaming setup. Oh, sweet. Very cool. And then there's a little bench press. All right, sweet. And then you got right here your second guest bedroom. This one actually looks a little larger. Drum set. Oh, it's got to be annoying. You got a nice guitar and a setup there. Very cool. All right, well, this thing is pretty well customized. I would say this is going to be approved to live in as we get to work building more businesses in Forest River. So, guys, yeah, now next thing up, we're going to bring over some vehicles here. You guys know the deal. We can't just have 1 truck when you've got space for like 4. So let's head back out. We're going to check it out. We've got any lift in here? No lift. But I want to build out a couple couple more trucks, maybe 2 more, so we got a variety. And then I also want to build out some like off-road stuff. You guys remember those mud trails so we can go off-roading with? So that's the game plan. Let's jump in the truck and head over to the store. All right, so we've got a new GMC 2024, but this thing is crazy customizable. As you can see, there's like 30 options to go through, and I think that like 15 of them are color options. So we're gonna make this thing pretty crazy. I want to do a blue paint, a little different. We already got the white for the Ford, so let's maybe do that color. And you can see you can do so many different options. We're gonna do obviously the short bed. I don't really care for the long bed. Wheel brand, you can go pretty nuts with it. We can lift this thing up. Let's see, we got to pick a rim color and style first. I think the best one honestly might be the TIS ones. Okay, let's see what we can do lift wise on this thing. I know we can get pretty crazy with it. Whoa, hold on, those were some pretty sweet tires. I like these. Baja Boss MT, that looks awesome. All right, we're gonna do that. Character, visible, tire width. Okay, oh, that's a little bit too much. Let's see, extreme wide, extra wide, wide. Yeah, I think we're gonna go with the semi wides. Those are pretty good. Wheel spacers, we do not need those. Oh my gosh. Winch, we're gonna add a winch that goes, oh, we can't add that. Back racks, no, we don't need that. Bumpers, let's see what we got for that. Ooh, okay, here's some off-road bumpers. This is pretty cool. So we got 2 options. You can do this one, or stock. Okay, stock's probably fine. Package, oh, okay, we go AT4 Denali HD and then AT4X. I kind of like the Denali look. We're gonna go Denali HD. Headlight look, you can black those out. That looks awesome. We're gonna leave those stock though. I don't really know. Honestly, you know what? We're gonna go blacked out headlights. That looks pretty sweet. Work lights, we don't need that, but we do need window tint. We're gonna add dark tint. Steps, we're gonna add, I like the rock slider steps. Air freshener, yeah, we can add that. Frame accessories, we get a plow mount. Okay, this would be a good plow truck for, you know, the wintertime. CB and antennas, we're gonna add those 2 though. You know what, those don't look the best. Honestly, take that off. Bulletproof hitch. Okay, that's a trailer hitch. Oh, that thing is pretty crazy. We don't need that much, but we will add a trailer hitch. I think just your standard one will be good. I don't really like how it, yeah, I guess the standard one's good. Okay, we'll do that. And then moving on to the last like detail or accessory selection, we can add a toolbox. We're not gonna do that, but we're gonna select our body color. We got this blue. This was always my favorite blue. This thing looks sweet. And we're gonna do some color matching on this. As you can see, you can do the grill color match, all of that. That looks pretty sweet. And then the bumper color as well. Now we're talking. Rim color. Let's see, let's find that. Okay, there we go. Now this truck is coming to life. Grill logo color. Okay, let's see. White for that. Oh yeah, honestly, that might work good because it kind of is a different, kind of stands out. Bed accessory color. We're gonna leave that like that. Mirror and trim color. Those are gonna be changed though. We're gonna change it to color match, as you can see. Bed accessory color. Let's see what that does. I don't know. It did something. Okay, next thing up. Fender flare good. Mirror base color good. Frame. Okay, that's underneath. As you can see, it's like a bronze orange, I could say. It looks good with this blue. I'm gonna leave it. And then grill logo color good. Rim secondary color. Oh, okay. Hold on, we can get fancy with it here. That looks kind of cool with like the white inside logo. You know what? We gotta go all blacked out just like that. Okay, there we go. We're looking good, boys. Let's go ahead and buy this thing as soon as we take the plate off the front. And we're gonna change this to the color match. There we go. Okay, we got this thing all set. Let's go ahead and buy it. There we go. 14,000. That's a deal. All right, first truck's done. Let's go check out the second one. And we're going a little older for this one. We're going a 2002 Ram, but this thing is pretty cool. It sounds good, and it's a manual, so we're gonna see how it drives. Let's see. We're gonna go short bed engine. We're gonna do the twin turbo Banks 24 volt Cummins, not volt, sorry, valve. I don't know why I said that. And for rims on this one, we're gonna go like these ones, kind of get the bead locks around it. All right, and we're gonna go BF Good Rich Mud tires because this thing's gonna be for mudding. Character invisible, and then leveling kit, 2-inch rough country lift, 4-inch Rancho lift, 6-inch Rancho lift, 8-inch. Oh my gosh. All right, we're gonna go 6. I think that's a good middle ground there. Grill, we can kind of customize that. Yep, that one right there. Perfect. Aftermarket accessories. Oh, okay. The full package. All right, let's add it. Full package there. Visor, or we can leave like the running lights. I kind of like the running lights. We're gonna do that. Back rack, no. Bumpers. Yeah, we need a bumper. We need a winch on the front. So let's see which one does that the best. I think that one looks pretty cool. Let's see if we can change the colors on it. Oh yeah, you can change the colors. Okay, we'll change that. Steps, we're gonna go off-road. Headlights. Ooh, okay. Yeah, we're gonna tint the headlights there. Looks good. Work lights, Lizard 50. No, we don't need that. Trim package. Yep. You can add a Cummins sticker. A couple different fonts. Oh, I like that one right there. That's like the original one. Okay, we're gonna add that on the back. Track bars. We don't need those. Exhausts. We're gonna go hood stack. Oh, that could be pretty crazy. Yeah, we'll do the one on the side. That's good. Okay, frame accessories. Whoa. Okay, we're getting fancier. Let's take it one at a time. We got the CB antennas, rubber mud flaps. We'll add the Cummins mud flaps. Okay, looks good. Attachments. We've got our standard trailer hitch. Good. Okay, now we're moving on to the body color. We've got white. We've got blue for a truck. Now this one, we're gonna go red. Okay, this this thing looks pretty sweet. Two-tone color. Let's see what it looks like that. Yeah, I'd say that's probably the best color option. And then blacked out the rims. Okay, we're looking good. This thing is mint condition, I would say. You don't really find trucks this age with that good a red. Oh my gosh, this thing's brand new right off the factory line. Bumper color. Let's see if we can change that. Okay, yep, that's what I was looking for. Let's do a gloss black. There we go. Grill color, same thing. Steps color, or we could leave the grill like that. I kind of like it like that. Okay, we're good, we're good. The only thing I want to do is the rim secondary color. Make those a different color. Maybe like the red to match it. Oh, yep. This is it. All right, this is the truck, guys. Let's buy it. Another 16,000. Dirt cheap. Hey, updating you live here. We've got a new four-wheeler too, so we're gonna load this thing in the back. We got some ATV ramps that came with the truck, so I had to pick up a nice four-wheeler. Look at that. This thing fits perfectly. I don't think we could have bought a different one. Now we're gonna load up the ramps. There we go. We gotta leave the tailgate down though. As you can see, we're gonna strap it down. First truck is heading back. We gotta open up the mirrors though. I can't really see. There we go. Okay, and look at that. We can adjust the mirrors. This truck is nice. Hold on. There we go. I mean, look at the wood interior. This thing is nice. The Denali HD's got Super Cruise, meaning you can literally let go of the wheel on the highway. Thing will literally drive itself. How many times am I gonna say literally? Okay, let's give this thing back. Park it up in the new shop. I think we might take the four-wheeler for a ride. What else is awesome is you can actually see a camera on this side. We've got a side view camera. This is gonna be pretty cool for like mudding because we can see the mud flying from the tires and it's probably gonna get all over the truck. So we might take this thing mudding. We got some pretty good sized tires. Oh, that was pretty close. We almost just smoked the train rail. Anyhow, yeah, we got this thing back. This is gonna be an awesome truck to drive, even if we would take it into the dealership too. We'll park it in the driveway. We can park it up to the left here. Looks good. Get the ramps down. Actually, before we do that, I wanted to show you guys something. We have airbags. As you can see, you can feel the air. Not feel, but like hear it. I mean, it's pretty crazy. There's some insane suspension on this truck, and I think the other one's got the same features. So we got the new Denali back. This is a totally customized truck. I mean, the front of this thing. We got the new headlights, the totally color matched front end. Everything about this truck is awesome. I think it's gonna be a good truck to have when we start some more businesses here, especially with the summer coming up. That might be our go-to truck for the boat business. It tows good and it's fast. So let's go grab that third truck and we'll maybe go mudding. And by maybe, I think we might just have to. I mean, this truck's cool. We got an aftermarket stereo. Look at that manual shifter there. Oh gosh, there's a tuner or something up there, like the whole turbo display. Oh, we got another side view cam. Look at that. This is a sweet camera view. I don't think I've ever seen a mod with this. Well, I'm glad it's got it. I mean, look how sweet that was. Just going over the bump. No train horns. That's okay. Good truck to have around the compound though. I think we might do some more work to it. So, I mean, it's already pretty well built out, but I think we want to build some trucks. So maybe we can learn from what was done to this one and then we can build our own. So, all right. It's a good starter trucks, you could say. Good 3. We'll probably have 7 before the year ends, but yeah, we made it back. Let's jump in the ATV and go check out the trails. Here we go. The Outlander. Pretty big size four-wheeler, but it actually doesn't have the second seater, so it's well fit for one person. So, all right, let's go find these trails. I'm pretty sure they're back here. Here's that abandoned double wide. All right, interesting. There's like an old cow pasture or something. I don't know. It doesn't interest me. Let's go find those trails, though. I think they're over here. We did see the start right at the back end of our property right here. Check this out. Let's see how it does in the mud. Oh, it's like actual mud. Okay, hold on. We need to find some mud on this map. That is sweet. Okay, we're going to have a lot of fun this summer. I already know. But that's the start of the mud trail. Then it ends here. Where does it continue? Maybe it picks up across the way. Jackpot. Look at this, boys. We found the mud trails. Okay, it's actually the same mud. Good. I'm not sure how far this trail goes, but I know it goes through some farmer fields. I think there's like lavender fields or something. Check this out. Is this some sort of like ditch or something? I don't know what this is, but look at that. Look at that mud. Oh my gosh, it's epic. I think we found our new spot. This is going to be awesome to drive through. We probably should get that Supreme helmet on though when we're riding through these because it's a little bumpy in some spots, but I mean, this is sweet. It's kind of cleared out. I bet you there's some other people going through here with their four-wheelers, just judging by its like kind of clear path right down the middle here, and then it curves all the way through. Look at the mud tracks we're creating. That is sweet. What would be even better if it leads to like one big mud pit? I don't think it will, but oh, hold on. It's kind of starting to end there. Let's drive up here for a second. Let's see where it leads to. It just keeps on going. Oh my gosh. All right. Today, we're kicking things off next to a live volcano because this video is about to go off. Okay, more seriously, we are starting the Memorial Day camping weekend by purchasing some new trucks, campers, boats, and even building a new house. We got an awesome lake house we're going to build with a dock because we got to have somewhere to start off this weekend's Memorial Day camping trip. It's going to be pretty awesome. Let's go check out the new truck. So what we've got to pull the camper this weekend is a GMC. This is the AT4X edition Duramax diesel. We got it in red here. We're going to have a blue camper. We got to customize all that today. Be pretty pretty awesome. But yeah, we made it to a new map. We've got lots to explore, and the cool thing about this map is it's got a lot of awesome features, especially for those people that like the boating stuff. We got lots of boats on the way, so we're gonna actually customize, I think, 2 of them today. So we're gonna be able to break into some of the summer stuff a bit early since it is Memorial Day. And I do have to say, if you guys like seeing the boating stuff, the camping stuff, the only way I can make more is if we hit 1,000 likes in this video. So go drop a like. I would appreciate it a ton. Anyhow, we're gonna head down to the water. We're gonna check it out real quick. There's a cool little marina down here with a boat ramp and everything where we're gonna launch our boat at, and then we also got to find a spot for the lake house. That'll be the main thing on today's list before we get to the vehicle customization. But as you can see, it's pretty nice. There's lots of water. There's a cruise ship out there, and then there's a little marina down here. These boats aren't as nice as the ones we're about to customize, some $2 million ones, so it's gonna get pretty crazy. This is a quick glimpse for you. Let's move on over towards the beach side where we're gonna be building our new house at. All right, we are rolling. Check out that light bar on the front. That is insane. That is a healthy light setup, I will say. And we should work good because we're going camping up in the mountains this weekend, as well doing boating. So we're doing a mix of both next episode. So make sure you tune back in for that. It'll be live in a couple days after this video. So watch out for that. It's gonna be pretty sweet. We sometimes bring along some of our friends. They bring their campers and boats and everything. But anyhow, the spot we're building the new house at is gonna be right here. And yeah, the land conditions don't look ideal, but we're gonna build it out, kind of flatten it out, and then the dock is gonna be right here. But this is the best spot to build a marina at. But we are gonna check out one other location across the bay. As you can see, the water just goes endlessly. There is lots of other places to build this new house at, and this marina actually looks pretty cool. There's not many boats over here, but there is a couple of boat ramps, so I think we might be able to build something kind of near the city. This might work a lot better. Oh yeah, over here. We're gonna build the house, the lake house right here. I think this would be better. That way we're right near the whole like construction of the city, and then you can also go camping up here. All of this is protected by rocks, so when the waves get pretty rough, they don't come in and, you know, wreck your dock. That sometimes happens. All right, I think this is going to work better over here, so we're going to change our mind and we're going to get building over here. Okay, everything is made here. We got the GMC over on the beach side, and then we got all these trees we need to knock out. As you can see, we need to go ahead and get this thing fired up, knock these trees down. There we go. I think it should be good to run. Yep, watch this, guys. The T-Rex 6000. Oh, 600. Well, this thing acts like a 6,000 pound. Oh my gosh. Look, it takes out the trees instantly. This works out pretty good whenever we're trying to clear some land. So I don't think we're going to clear all these trees. That'll give us some extra privacy for our house, and then just these trees on the beach side, we'll clear those. Looks good. 1, 2. Oh gosh, that one's almost gone. All right, goodbye. And then we got a few more we want to clear out before we flatten out the land and set the house down. But all right, as soon as I'm done with this, guys, I'll check back in with you and we'll place our new house down. It's actually a pretty cool one. It's very simple, but it's very nice. I'm excited to show you, so I'll see you then. All right, the T-Rex did a great job clearing the land out for us, so we're able to kind of flatten it all out and build our dream lake house. I mean, it's gonna be pretty sweet. Nothing with like 5 bedrooms, which we don't need anymore, but yeah, we're gonna jump into construction mode and get to work. All right, check it out. Pretty good size. It's like a ranch, but it's got this really cool porch area you can see on the backside. So we're gonna place that to be kind of on the beach. So just like that, it's like almost like a beach house. It looks pretty sweet too from the inside. And then we got a little driveway there, kind of 2 carport, and then we'll build a nice driveway up to the main road that connects up to the city. So that should work out good. Game plan for this though, let's start with the driveway first. That's kind of the most important part, and we honestly don't need to do too much land construction. We can kind of just flatten it out, and then I'm gonna go ahead and build up a little bit of a smooth driveway going all the way to the main road. This should work out good. Let's see, concrete. Yep, this one should work good, and we're gonna go ahead and go all the way to the main road. So all right, let's take it all the way up. It might look a little weird at first, but then it'll look good as it loads in. And then we always like to add a nice little rock texture to the border of the lawn. It looks pretty cool, and it's kind of creating like a diamond pattern this time, so that's sweet. Kind of like a little bit of a rough mark up there. Hold on, we gotta fix that part. There we go. That looks pretty good. I like how it kind of just ends off right there, and then you can park the cars. So now the next thing we're gonna do is add some trees back down. We're not gonna add any of the large ones though. We're gonna go with some of the smaller trees we've got. Let's see, kind of line these up right along here. There we go. That kind of gives us some added greenery around the area and then privacy from that main road. So that should look good. We'll put one big one back there. All right, that looks good. I don't want to add too many trees because I think we're gonna have to back the camper up kind of on the beach side. So that'll work out. I am gonna go ahead, and you can see there's a little bit of a border wall on the back side of the house. We're gonna add that rock texture right there. That looks good. And now next thing up, we're gonna be able to add the dock in for the boats. So let's check that out. So here is the dock. It's a floating dock. As you can see though, it's kind of shallow near the beach. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and make it a little bit deeper. This is also called like dredging. So you kind of get a little bit deeper water because we don't want it too shallow because we're bringing in like a 50-footer. So we need to make sure we have enough depth bringing it in, meaning, you know, there's enough clearance so the motors don't get stuck. That should be good. I think that kind of dredges to the center. There we go. That looks good. All right, now we can add the dock back down. Right about there is perfect. Perfect. Wow, that is actually pretty good size. So we'll be able to keep a few boats on there. If we buy a wake boat, put one there. The main boat can go there. And then we've got our second boat we're going to buy today, which is a surprise. So we'll check that out. And then I do have a little cool grill set. We're going to place that down right by the beach when we're grilling, and then build a little pathway to the driveway for that. So that looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and add some final decorations, and then we're going to start buying all of our vehicles to get them here because we need to get ready for this trip. So last touches, and then I'll check back in with you. Alrighty, we are back in the GMC. So check it out here. We added some swings in the water. This is pretty sweet. So you can kind of swing off into the water. It is deep enough. As you can see, it's about half as tall as me. So I think we should be able to jump off the swings into the water. It's pretty cool. And then we added a little light on the dock here. So we got it for nighttime. We got a grill area like we said. And we got a place to park our truck at. So let's go ahead and get the truck in the driveway. And then we're going to start ordering all the stuff for the Memorial Day camping trip. So let's back it in. We'll go check out the house. So we've actually got a computer inside. So we'll be able to do it that way. Oh, look at this. It actually fits underneath the driveway truck port, we'll call it. All right, here we go. Let's open it up. Oh, geez, what is that? That's the Mona Lisa? Oh my gosh. Interesting. I wonder how much that thing's worth, but we got the main living room. This is nice for a lake house. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. This is beyond my expectations. Look at the lighting too. Pretty sweet. My frame rate is dropping. But yeah, that's nice. Bathroom there. Let's turn on the lights. This is awesome. I mean, there's so much customizations. And then we get the bedroom here. This kind of connects up to a little carport. That's nice. Oh, what's in this room right here? I'm guessing bathroom. Yep. Look at that. Nice size shower. Turn on the lights there. The lighting is really good. Let's see if we can open the shower. Oh, okay. Can't do that. Double sink. We got a room across. What do we have here? Oh, the second guest bedroom. This one might be the master because look, it's got the lake view with the porch. Okay. Oh, this is nice. This is more my speed. Okay. So we get the view, the dock over there. This is awesome. And then living room's got a door. We didn't check out the kitchen. So the kitchen's right over here. Amazing. So that's nice. We got an island. It's a little small though. I would say we might have to raise the height of the countertops just a little bit. Actually, you know what? It's actually scaled pretty good. Very cool. I think we're ready to start buying some vehicles, guys. What do you say? We got to get this camping trip on the road tomorrow. So let's jump on the computer and get customizing. All right. So we need the camper, like we said, to be towed by the GMC. So we're going to customize one of these, except we're going to go a little bit of a lighter blue, as you can see. Well, obviously you can, but I mean, this looks a lot better. We're going to go ahead, go all blacked out on the rest of the accents. We always do this with this one specifically. It just looks really cool with the red. We need to have a good color theme for Memorial Day. And then color 4, there we go. Those are those graphics. That looks pretty good. And then the next thing is the lower part. So I think we're good. We're going to add a raised trailer hitch because we're going to be towing a 50-foot boat, surprisingly. So it's going to be a lot of power on the GMC. We're going to need it. So we're going to need it too. So, all right. And extras, we're going to add a little ladder on the back. That looks good. All right. The fifth wheel Summit 43 is customized. All right. We're looking good. Next thing up is the boat, or boats, should I say. All right. Check this out, guys. So we've got a new engine package for the 53. We've got the Quad 600. So we used to have the 425s. Look at how much larger the 600 Mercury V12s are. These are the new industry-leading motors that people put on their boats, and they're absolutely insane. Lower unit turning, and it's got a lot of power, so we'll be able to go faster. We can add a bridge, some fishing rods. We're not going to need those for this trip. We're going to be doing some luxury boating. Hull color, we always love to do a good blue, so I really love this is called Masters Blue, and then we do like a white hull stripe like that. So we're going to match kind of the engine's main motor color, just like that, and then the secondary motor color like that. Okay, this is looking good. So then the seats, we got kind of like a brown, and then we do a two-tone with that. That looks great. I don't think we need to do much more after that. That's looking complete to me. We got the wood accents. As you can see, this boat looks crazy. And then a Masters Blue trailer to go along with it, except we're going to go black rims. Yep, that looks good. Perfect. This is like a 60-foot trailer overall, so we're going to load the boat up on this. And the second boat is a new one. This is the Contender 39. This one's got some engine package options as well. We can do twin 600s, so a little bit smaller boat, obviously. We need to do that. Or we can do 350 Mercs, or we can do 425 Yamahas. Obviously, we always want the 600s. These things have insane like power and everything. It's the most fuel efficient boat engine you can have. So we're going to add that. We can add a police edition. Save that for some other videos. And then we've got hull color for this one. I really kind of just like how it's built out right now. We don't really need anything else. Maybe the motor color could go like that. That looks cool. And then the seat color, we can maybe change to something like that. That looks sweet. Okay, we got our Contender. Let's go ahead and buy it. 800 grand. Jeez. And then we got the trailer to go along with it. So, all right, we got the boats customized. And the last thing we're picking up is a little Outlander for our camping trip. So we're going to build out this thing with, I think, some mud tires. Oh, those Those things look crazy. Those are the SSW Wides. Mud Swampers, pretty sweet. Add-on additions. We're going to add the winch and then light bar. That looks awesome. Okay, lights looks good for that. And then we're going to add a couple of storage things. We've got a gas canister, a Yeti cooler. This thing's going to be sweet. Let's match it for the rest of our theme and we'll be good to go. Check out all of our new vehicles. The even nicer part is you step outside, you got all your vehicles delivered in your backyard. That's right. We have made it to the new vehicles. We're going to go ahead and hook up to the GMC with the boat and everything to get it in the water. But the nice thing is we've got the matching color. We got the Can-Am matched to the camper, matched to the boat. This is a color combo times 10. I mean, this is epic. So we're going to go get the red truck, hook up to the boat, and we're going to launch the boats in, see how they run. Here we go. Moment of truth. We're going to see if this truck can pull a 53-foot boat. I'm pretty sure it can, at least short distance, maybe not long distances, but we'll see. Let's go ahead back up to the trailer hitch. There we go. All right, this thing's hooked up, guys. Oh yeah, it's actually towing it pretty good. Now we just got to spin it around. We got our own boat ramp called the beach. There we are, straight back in the water, and we'll go park it up at the dock as soon as we get this thing unloaded. We do have to drive quite a while in the water. Look at that. Oh my gosh, the waves from the trailer. I think this is the first time I'm showing you guys us boating in this game. This is crazy. Okay, let's jump on the truck. That's how we got to get into the boat without getting soaking wet. And here we go, leap. And we're on board. I think we're actually in deep enough water too. We'll be able to back off. And you can walk on the side ramps of the trailer too. That's pretty sweet. All right, let's go ahead and get this thing fired up. Engines are already in the water. There we go. Oh my gosh, it's loud. I think we got it in sport mode, but actually, guys, the cool thing about these 600 Mercuries is they don't turn. They've got lower unit turning, so I'll show you that as soon as we get it off the trailer here. Check out the lower part of the motor. That is where all the steering is now on these new motors, so that's pretty sweet. This thing is fast too. This is a cool boat here. Let's take it for a little spin. You can also see the new wave physics in this game are crazy cool. We're taking off. All right. Oh, this thing's fast. Watch out. We would have been heading straight towards a rock right there. You got to be careful with that, but this thing rides good. We're giving you a little preview. Make sure you come back to the Memorial Day video. We're going to take this thing across the map and test it out, but for now, let's go dock it up. We've got more things to do. All right, this one is the big boat, so we're going to back it in the middle slip just like that. Hold on. We got to go sideways. Look at this. We got the joystick to go sideways with. Antennas going up, and then we can kind of readjust how we dock this boat because we got to be careful not to hit anything. There we go. Straight back. That looks good. Look at our dock job. I don't think anyone can do better than us. All right, the first boat has made it back. Let's go grab the contender. We'll get that in the water. We actually got something cool for that. The ATV. I think this thing should be able to launch it. The boat is heavy, but it's got a triple axle. It moves pretty good, so we're going to see if this thing can do it. It's definitely going to be testing out the trailer hitch. Hey, it's Farm Sim, baby. Here we go. Oh, it hooked up to it. Oh my gosh, it actually looks realistic too. That thing is squatting. It is riding the fender flare like crazy squat. Oh my gosh, let's get this thing backed in before the trailer hitch explodes. It's actually turning though. I mean, we still got the front wheels to turn. That's a good sign. Here we go. Straight back in the water. This looks sweet. Oh my gosh, let's get the boat off. Come on. Okay, geez, the ATV's going crazy. Let's get the motors in the water. Antennas up, and here's the new 39 contender. This thing is sweet. All right, back it off the trailer. I think the ATV's alive now. There we go. It's not bouncing like crazy. Now, this boat is a little bit quicker than the 53 because the weight. This thing does about 70 miles an hour with twin 600, so pretty crazy. We're going to back it up right next to it. It's also got the joystick, so we can go sideways, as you can see. The motors have this system where they kind of go independently turning, and you can move the boat sideways. It's a pretty cool feature. A lot of the new boats have it, especially the new motors, but all right, let's get this thing docked up. Not too shallow. Oh, we almost hit the beach. Don't want to do that with the new boat. Today, we're building the world's very first Outlaw Mansion. That's right, this 5-bedroom, 7,000 square foot place is going to be off-grid and it's going to include the best features with the best vehicles. Let's get into it. All right, guys, so we are at our barn dominium. What that is a split shop with a house. It's been pretty good, but the problem is there's a new neighbor across the street using his chainsaw and lawnmower, and it is annoying me. So we're going to go far, far away, and we're going to head out into the country of Louisiana, and we're going to build ourselves the Outlaw Mansion. What that's going to include is, new vehicles we're going to purchase for this. It's going to be pretty awesome, but we're going to be by ourselves out there. So it's going to be nice and quiet. No lousy Tonys or other neighbors down the street. You got Bill down the street. That guy's, he makes a lot of noise with his go-kart. So we're heading out of here, guys. Let's get moving towards our new piece of land so we can build this place. But we got quite the drive, so we need to stop at the gas station, get some fuel, and then we'll be heading out. Jeez, busy day in the city. Here we go, pulling in. All right, let's fire back up, guys. We are full of fuel. Let's get heading towards towards the new property. We got a 46-minute commute, so I had to get enough fuel to get back into town. That's going to be the tricky thing, is going to be getting fuel. I think we're going to get a fuel tanker out there to fuel the vehicles and everything we've got. But yeah, we're taking the back country road all the way to our new home. Look at this. We're moving too, so this should go pretty good. We're going to obviously build the house first, check it out, and then we're going to bring over some trucks and some off-road stuff. I know we get a new Polaris and some Can-Ams we want to customize, so we'll bring those over to the property. So we kind of have a good lineup of vehicles. You know, if there's mudding or whatever else we do, we might go camping soon too. It is the summertime, so I think we should get rolling on that. But anyhow, guys, we'll be pulling up shortly, and we'll check out this place. Okay, we're taking a right here. I don't know why I turned my indicator on. There's nobody out here. It is a ghost town, but that's a good thing. Like I said, we needed quietness, and we're going to get enough of that. So let's check it out. We bought this 10-acre piece of land. It was an old farm field converted into just kind of a nice leveled out grass field. That works out good because you guys know makes construction easy when we're building a house. So this will be great. And then it does connect up with a nice view of some trees back there. I think there's some farm fields, or yeah, there's some farms kind of in like 10 miles away. So like I said, we're still pretty quiet out here. I think you can see one in the distance. See that shed out there? That is the farm, and you can't see the city. So that's good. So guys, we do not waste any time building these houses. We get right into it. So let's jump into construction mode and get to work. Here it is, the Outlaw Mansion. We've already got a color picked out. We're going with red. That is an outlaw color if I haven't seen one. This place already looks pretty awesome. We got a hot tub in the back, and there's a garage, pretty large size garage, I do say, and then lots of rooms to check out. I mean, look at this house. It is huge inside. Definitely more house space than the barn dominium, so that's gonna be good. We're gonna go ahead and place this thing down with the hot tub on the sunny side, so sort of like this. There we go. And you're probably like, oh, Ian, why did you put it so far back from the road? Well, we want to build in a grand driveway to the garage, nice little circle drive, and then back. And then we got all this land back here to build whatever else we want. Shop, dirt bike track, whatever else. So it's gonna be pretty cool. Let's go ahead and get a concrete picked out. I think we've got ourselves a winner. Here it is. It's called asphalt. Looks pretty nice, keeps it simple, stays clean, and we don't have to repave it every other year. So all right, let's go ahead. We're gonna build in the driveway. So we've got our little cutout from the garage space, and then I want to go switch on over. There you go. And then into the circle drive. So it's gonna go like this. There you go. That's a good start. And then we're gonna connect it all the way back up to the main road. So let's do this the most organized way possible. Kind of take it along the trees, and then it's gonna circle back to the main road just like that. So that works out pretty good. I kind of like how we outlined that. Let's go see what the next side looks like. Something straight. There we go. That actually looks pretty cool. I like this. For starters, because it's kind of like you got two ways. You go in on the left side, and then you can exit on the other side. So that works out great. Now what we're gonna do is the details of the property. You guys know we like to do a cool little rock texture, like border along the driveway. So I'm gonna do that with the same property. There we go. We can actually go pretty fast with this new tool. They added a new system for landscaping. As you can see, we can finally do the circle one. Makes it 10 times easier for those that were wondering. But here we go. Let's go ahead and finish up this driveway outline, and then I'll show you guys the tree details, and we're gonna do some fencing and some other stuff before we go check this place out. Okay, next up are trees. We're gonna place these things down in the center of the driveway, spaced out a little bit, just like that. You can see me down there. Look at that. That works pretty good. We'll place one right in the front, and I think that's more than enough trees. Maybe one more for some added privacy, even though we'll probably have one person drive by every single day. So now we're going to move over to fences. I really do like this just base game fence they added. I'll show you guys this in a second. It's got like a cobblestone with a wood outline in the middle. Looks pretty sweet. We're going to add this around the property for some extra security. I think that should be more than enough distance. Let's see. We don't need to do it over here. Honestly, just to the point right where the property line ends. And then we're going to do it on the opposite side for a nice look to the place. Right about there should be good. We only got that much distance. So, all right. So far, this place looks good. We are going to add lights. That was the next thing on the list. I do like these standard lights you can add in the front. We're gonna go 1, 2, and then go all the way down the driveway. So this place is gonna light up at night pretty nice. So there we go. Looks great. Add some on the side here. Try and space them out a little bit, but we're not going to add any of those overhead lights. I think they look unmodern, and having these lights look 10 times better. So, okay, we got lights, we got trees, we got fences. It's time to go check this place out. What better way to cruise down the new driveway in style? All right, let's pull up to the garage first. That's where the main entrance is going to be. So here we go. Pretty good sized garage. As you can see, the truck height actually is pretty low. So we should be able to fit some tall trucks in this place. Probably about 2. There's not much garage space. We're going to definitely have to build a shop, but all right. Lights, nice lights. Okay, here we go. We're entering in from the garage door. Oh, okay. This is an outlaw mansion. The front door is just to the left of that. So we do need to build in this. Ah, that's more like it. That looks a lot better too. So we got a nice little front entrance. We're gonna go in through the welcome mat and we're greeted here with a door. Let's see what this door does. Oh, looks like the laundry room. I'm gonna stay out of there. And then moving forward, we get the kitchen. Kind of a good way to enter into the house. Kind of very open concept too. Okay, let's turn on all these lights, fire them up. 1, 2, 3. So now we got this main island. How many seats we got here? 7 seats, and you could probably get another like 5 on this side. That is crazy. You could get a whole family at that, and that's pretty nice. Nice little pantry. Holy, I think we'll have enough cereal at this place. This is nice. 2 cookie jars, 3 bottles of Sweet Baby Ray's. All right, we're lasting all year with that. We got our fridge. This is a nice fridge too. What else we need? All this stuff, you know, the cooking necessities, oven, stovetop. Dining room there, and then this enters the backyard. We're gonna check this out right now. We've got seating area, nice size grill. We can grill out some steaks, and then we do have a hot tub. Oh yeah, look at this thing. It's got jets and everything. Let's move on over to the other doors on the main floor. We got 3. So first one up, what we got? Bathroom. This would be our day bathroom, our guest bedroom 1, I'm gonna assume, and guest bedroom 2. Pretty nice. It's got a connecting ensuite bathroom though. So this is nice. Nice little tub shower. You can see the front entrance right there. It looks good. So very simple. We got our guest rooms down here. I'm assuming we got 3 more upstairs. So that's where we're heading now. Let's find the lights somewhere. There is so many doors up here. Look, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 doors to explore. So we got a lot to look at. All right, lights are on upstairs. So now we're good. Nice painting. All right, I think I like the decorations of this place. So we got our first bathroom out of the first door of 6 up here. Nice. Let's move over. We got we've got a massive 90-inch TV with a couch, 2 recliners. What do these doors lead to? I assume bedroom. Okay, workout room. Okay, I did not expect this. Very nice. Okay, we got every weight we need. And then what's to the left here? I'm gonna guess office. Yep, it is an office. Dual Apple computers, and then whatever this thing is. That looks like a full-size Apple computer. Nice. All right, we got somewhere to go for office work. So the next 3 doors, we got the bedroom. Okay, so this is a 3rd bedroom so far. Oh, okay. Looks like they're playing some FS25. That's a good game. I've heard somebody that's played that before. And make sure you guys do hit the thumbs up button if we should play it more. And then we got guest bedroom, or I guess, you know, secondary bedroom. I assume the master's on the last door here. Oh, I was wrong. It connected to the 3rd bedroom. So look at this. So there's really no real official master. That's okay. It's an outlaw mansion. So here, this would be the master, I'm gonna guess, because it connects up to the big bathroom and then it's kind of conjoining. So 2 rooms up here, pretty nice. I like the pictures. Big audio setup for this TV. So that looks pretty cool. That is the house for you. So now it's time to get to the fun of customizing some vehicles. Oh, that's close. And I think we want to build out 1 more truck and then some off-road vehicles. So let's stick to buying 3 new things because we have to go into town to get them. So it's going to be a little tricky. We are going to get a truck, a trailer, and then we'll get 2 off-road vehicles. So that sounds like a plan. Let's go customize them. Okay, so since it's an outlaw mansion, we need something with a chain front bumper. This thing screams outlaw, even though it's got the JTXs on it, but the lift looks insane. So we get the JTX big spin wheels, the SEMA edition lift. Front bumper, we've already got the front chain, but we can just put that on a stock bumper, but I kind of do like this fusion bumper. Looks pretty sweet. Starlights, let's see. I think we can add those in the interior. We'll check that out later, but track bars, we don't need any of those since we got the lift. Mud flaps and train horn. We'll add the train horn. Oh, geez, look at the thing on the back. That is the Horn Blasters kit. That's pretty epic. We got some lights back there. Exhaust is pretty cool. Bed tent and starlight. We don't need that. LED lighting, starlights, and fenders. Oh yeah, you know where I'm at. All right, that's an outlaw. All right, for exhaust, we're going with this one. Looks pretty cool. And then what do we got for this? The attachments. Trailer hitch and then gooseneck. So this should be good. Let's see, color. We already got a white truck. The GMC, I think we're gonna go, yeah, I don't know about that. I think we're gonna go more blue. Blue always does well. This blue actually looks pretty sweet. I kind of just randomly clicked that. That looks good. What is that called? That's called Rabe Blue. Interesting. Okay, I kind of like it. Looks like a Ford blue. And then the front bumper, we're gonna color match that thing. Grill is gonna be black, all blacked out bumper. It looks pretty sweet. All right, then mirror caps. Let's see. We're gonna go blue with that, match the top. Lift. Is that what these design colors are? I assume so. Okay, we're all set with this truck. It's gonna be pretty cool to drive. We do need to get a trailer for this. Well, since we've got this giant truck, we need the tracks or the wheels would be off the ground. So this should work good. Having this lifted truck, you'll see options for this. We're gonna add the lights, and then we got markers. What do those do? We just need the markers. You don't need the lights up front. Okay, that looks good. We can add also this, the front. We can put like an ATV up there. Let's go check out the ATVs in and then we can go pick this setup up and bring it back to the new Outlaw Mansion. All right, we haven't done a green Polaris in a while, but I think this thing looks pretty good. We've got in John Deere green, and then we are going to match the beadlocks on that, just like that, and it's going to have red lights. It's going to look pretty cool, something like an alien spaceship. So it honestly looks like one. Let's go check it out. We're going to get a couple dirt bikes to match it, and then we'll bring everything back to the new Outlaw Mansion, like we said. Here we go. We got dropped off here, and there's the new truck. This thing is absolutely lifted like crazy. I don't think we've had a truck taller than this yet. This is the Platinum F250 6.7. It's a new body style. Pretty nice. So we're going to hook up to this new Track Diamond C and load up our new alien green spaceship, and then we can head back and unload everything. So as far as this beast up, oh, it's loud. I think they threw an exhaust on this. Those starlights look good too, and the fender flares. Here we go, boys. Moment of truth. Is this thing gonna work or not? Oh, it might. Oh yeah, that works great with those tracks, because if we had wheels, this thing might not really work well, but with the tracks, this thing's gonna work great. Okay, here we go. We just need to lower ramps on the back. It is a dovetail, so let's see. Auxiliary. Oh, okay, there we go. Now we can load everything up, but it's actually pretty cool. Nice trailer setup. Let's get the dirt bikes on first. Oh, we can pop a wheelie too. Check this out. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Hit it. Oh, yeah. These are going to be fun. You guys have probably seen these in the past, but having it at our own Outlaw Mansion makes it better. So, all right, dirt bike 1 on. Let's check out dirt bike 2. Matching set in case one breaks, and strap those down. And now we can load up the alien green spaceship. Oh yeah, this thing looks sick. Oh, the red lights too. Come on, you know what I'm talking about. This looks sick with the speakers in red too, and then the brake light in the back. Oh yeah, this thing is epic. Okay, we got this thing on. It actually fits perfect. We would need more trailer space if we bought more stuff. So, okay, let's get heading back to the Outlaw Mansion, and we've got a group of Outlaw vehicles, so I think it should go along pretty good at this new place. There we go, and now we can take, oh, not the mail truck with us. Trying to take a left turn. Sorry, buddy. The guy did warn me this thing's got lots of power. Here we go, boys. We're going to be there in about 20 minutes versus 45. This thing is flying. All right, I'll see you guys when we're pulling in. We're going to unload the Polaris, go for a little spin.
You have arrived at your destination.
Thank you very much. Okay, guys, here we go. We've pulled in back to this place. Oh, gosh, did I just take out a street light? Oh, no, we're good. You must have just drove over a rock, but all right, clear that. We made it home safe and sound. This thing's got a lot of power. I don't think it's meant for towing. We do have the GMC for that. I just had to make one trip, or we'd be driving back another 30 minutes. So, all right, drop the trailer, get the truck unpulled. Got this looking good in the front, and let's unstrap this thing, get it for a little off-road adventure. See if we can learn anything about our neighbors. Although we don't have many, I think we're going to drive over to the nearest horse farm. It's probably about, like I said, 10 miles. So we're going to rip on over there. I don't really care about the lawn, even though it's in great condition. What they do is they spray it like every 3 months with some sort of like fertilizer, and it keeps it short so you don't have to mow it. It's pretty cool, new technology. But here we go, hit the jump. Oh, well, we made it to my neighbors. I don't think he does any of that fertilizing stuff. I think he might need it though. We'll recommend it to him. He's got some plants growing all over this place. You know, maybe it's like landmines. Maybe he's got them here for a reason to distract people. So here is his like horse ranch. It's pretty cool. It's empty now. It's not season. They're all at other training camps and stuff. So pretty cool. I think he's got some other animals for this place too. Could be cows or something. Yeah, this looks like a cow pasture. His horse farm's around here somewhere. Oh, here it is. He's got his own barge too. Take him over to the rest of the farm. So yeah, maybe we'll go on that one day, guys. But yeah, we're just gonna head back to the new mansion, kind of hang out for a little bit, maybe grill out. But hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, please help me out by dropping a thumbs up. We'll come back for another episode here, having some fun, maybe even do a stream. So let me know. Make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss out on the next one. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.